All right, we're live on the air. Welcome to the High Council. We're not asking you to kneel this time. Ordinarily, we say kneel before the High Council, and we're not. We're not asking for any kind of respect or deference because Jeremy's not here, and this is the thing. We're offering you just a duo tonight with maybe some guest stars that'll be popping in. I did kind of throw the link out there to a couple of interesting individuals that I think will enhance this chat, but in essence. Jeff, it's just you and me tonight. This is Jeff Hicks from World Class Bullshitters.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the High Council. I still think you should submit to the High Council, but hey, without a third, I'm not going to argue with Ethan.
Yeah. I think we're, that's the thing. I mean, are we giving people their money's worth tonight? I'm not sure. With Hollywood Jeremy, Hollywood Jeremy is out there doing his Hollywood thing, and we weren't invited. We weren't invited to go to Hollywood. Hey, People Circus, thanks for £2. Can I get up now? You can. Like I said, we're not asking for kneeling. We're not asking for any of that. We're just asking for you guys to hang out. And Jeremy's bitching out again. That's exactly right. Data Racer 117. And welcome, Data Racer 117. It's good to have you in particular in here. And Jeff, this has been quite a week.
It has.
It's been quite a week for Star Wars. Indeed. I'm looking at Star Wars news, and I'm very excited about the fact that there's a Gamorrean guard spotted on the set of The Mandalorian.
Really?
Yes, they just reported it on comicbook.com, whatever, garbage tier news site that was. I looked at it, and I was like, Gamorrean guards? Does that mean Jabba the Hutt?
He never died. He's back.
Well, I mean,
Jabba.
Does this take this takes place after Return of the Jedi? So maybe this is, I don't know, maybe Jabba the Hutt's girlfriend, his wife, maybe Rada the Hutt. I don't know. Just give me a Hutt. Just give me a Hutt. We had a very awkward thing happen in my home, Jeff. This was very awkward because I ordered the Sideshow Jabba the Hutt. Okay. And I'm waiting for it. Now, I have the scale Luke Skywalker right now. I have the Luke Skywalker from Return of the Jedi. He's in his hood. He's ready to order Jabba the Hutt around. He's ready to kick some ass. And then I realized when I saw this figure, and it's a big, it's like, he's like bigger than a Barbie, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, he's 1/6 scale.
That's like Barbie, right? Or is Barbie smaller? It's been a while since I've ployed with a Barbie. Like,
for as many toys as I have in this office, a Barbie doll is not one of them. So
yeah. I haven't played with one in like 2 years. So
Alice is close enough.
Alice is. By the way, before I go on, I did go to Target, and they had like more Migos. They had like a Jimi Hendrix, and they had a Cowardly Lion, and they're just whatever. It's like they're just putting out Migos that are not acquainted or associated. There's no through line. It's just, here's some Migos. Do you want them? And the answer is no. They're buy one get one free at Target right now.
I might pick up some.
Yeah, you should. So as I'm looking at my gigantic Luke Skywalker, I'm realizing the Jabba the Hutt is to scale of this Luke Skywalker toy. He's going to be huge. Like, this is way bigger than I was expecting. I was thinking something slightly bigger than the original toy from Kenner, in '83. So, but it's not. Jeff, just think of how it's going to be the size of like my computer monitor. It's going to be big.
Well, I got a Marty McFly that's the same size as your Luke Skywalker, and I considered getting the car to go with him. So imagine how big the DeLorean would be.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I just don't want to spend $1,000 on a toy car. My first car cost $1,000.
You're gonna get yeah, right. And now your toy car would be $1,000. But Jeff, look at it this way: you're moving up in the world. It's like your first original actual car was $1,000. Now you're world class, and your toy cars cost $1,000. Your Hot Wheels cost $1,000.
I like the way you think.
Like
the way you think.
Say my Hot Wheels cost $1,000, and then say bitch at the end of that, like that. That's badass right there. That's how you should be.
That's proof you've made it in America.
Yeah. So I'm waiting for my Jabba the Hutt to come from Sideshow Toys. I'm waiting for it to come, and I got a thing that said it's delayed. It's not going to be here. It's somewhere. It said sometime between December and January, and I went, oh man. So I come home, and there's my wife Andrea has taken a sticker from UPS, like one of those, hey, we tried to be here to deliver something good, and she put it on my door, and it says, go pick up and it said from Sideshow.
Ooh.
I was like, my my Jabba the Hutt's. Why weren't you here to sign for it? What? And she's like, I don't know. So, but her face, like, she had an awkward look on her face about it, and she looked confused. And I was like, they said it wasn't going to get here till January. I gotta. Well, Andrea finally had to say, I think I messed up. Um, that isn't your Jabba the Hutt. It's something else, and you've ruined your Christmas present.
Oh.
I'm like, oh, okay. And she's like, I every time you don't even try, but you figure out what you're getting for Christmas. And I'm like, don't tell me anymore. I'll forget it. It'll go out of my head. All I want is Jabba's, like, I want the stuff in Jabba's palace. Okay. And I did see, and I went, ooh, over Han Solo frozen in carbonite. Okay.
It sounds so much cooler than the stuff I buy.
Oh, I might be getting. I think that's what I'm getting for Christmas. Yeah, it is. I think I ruined it, and yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. I'm pretty excited. But I mean, you know what? At least I didn't open it. Like, she just had to say, "Don't go pick it up. I'm gonna go pick it up," and stop thinking about your Jabba the Hutt, because it's not coming until January. And that was, she had to break it to me that way. But yeah, oh my gosh, I can't wait. Christmas is going to be fun now, and I will be doing a review. I will do a review of the toy, when, I guess, on Christmas Day. Christmas Day, I will do toy reviews of all the toys that Santa Santandria brought me. All right, so that's why. So the Gamorrean Guard on the Mandalorian got me very excited. I'm a huge fan of Jabba's palace. That is, I would hang out there all the time if it were real.
It's like an opium den in space.
Yes. Yeah. And I would, you know what? I would be like, I would totally do whatever Jabba the Hutt said. Like, Jabba the Hutt would, he'd assign me to go whack people out. I'd be like, all right. I would definitely be one of Jabba's gangsters if I could. Or no, it's not heroic. I would be Donnie Brasco for the Rebels. What do you think of that for the Rebellion? I'd be in there. No, that doesn't really work.
He'd be Lando.
I could be Lando. Well, yeah. Lando was kind of Donnie Brasco.
Yeah, he was under cover to capture or to rescue Han.
How about that?
It's funny. We did an all-day Star Wars stream. When we got to Return of the Jedi, we started talking about your love of Jabba the Hutt's palace.
Really?
Yeah, because now I can't watch it and not think of you, because you're one of the first people I know, now a friend, that like loves that scene. My other friends are just like, oh, it's fine. They're waiting for Luke to, fight over the Sarlacc pit. But you're the only person that I've ever interacted with that loves the artistry behind Jabba the Hutt's palace. Everyone else knocks it for being like, oh, they're Muppets.
Well, I mean, look, the fact that the Return of the Jedi special edition added that weirdo scene with the band singing, I could do without that. You can please remove that again. I don't need to see a full music video with Cy Snoodles and I don't need that. I don't need it. And I wish George Lucas hadn't have done it. But everything about that scene, from the minute C-3PO and R2-D2 walk up to the door, all the way to when they're flying away from the Sarlacc pit, all like that whole sequence is the best part of Star Wars for me, and I can watch that over and over and over again. Dagoba's okay. I like Dagobah. Cloud City's fine, but Jabba's palace is so cool. So I'm hoping against hope, and this is the other thing, that when the Obi-Wan Kenobi trilogy that George Lucas is going to be directing, according to Boris Johnson of the UK, okay, he promised, he's never lied to me before. Why are you laughing at?
Just the way you phrase it. He's never lied to me before. Personally, he's like, Ethan, I'm always going to be honest with you. You're not even a citizen of my country, but I'm going to always be honest with you.
Well, I mean, listen. Yeah, he said that George Lucas was going to make an Obi-Wan Kenobi movie in Northern Ireland, and that seemed accurate to me. It seemed like it lined up with all of the available rumors that Mike Zero has offered. I believe it, and I can picture George Lucas saying, "Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in." I can picture that happening, so I do believe it. Now, if they do that, Jabba's palace, please. All right.
They could always go back. It never got destroyed.
It's still there, like in
Oh yeah, it's
between,
because it's duh, between 3 and 4.
and it's Tatooine. It takes place on
That
Tatooine.
if that movie does get made, it could be awesome, but it is Disney Star Wars, so you know, I
Disney.
don't expect much.
No, I agree. Listen. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I'm feeling pretty damn optimistic lately. I don't know what it is. Here's another reason why I'm optimistic. Have you seen the videos that I am making right now? My current SJW Star Wars sex abuse scandal trilogy.
I have.
Now you've seen the first one.
Correct. And I've seen the trailer for the second.
Okay. All right. The second one is up now. The second one is up. People are wondering exactly like why. What is the SJW Star Wars fandom sex abuse scandal all about? And I'm happy to tell you. A fellow named Ichibaka who runs a site called Disney Star Wars is dumb.wordpress.net, I think, or backslash. I don't know. There might be a.
Is it a .org?
I don't know. It's net. I know it's net at the end. But if you just type in Disney Star Wars is dumb, you'll get a lot of my videos, and then you'll get his website, which is invaluable. It's an invaluable resource. Now, Ichibaka is a fantastic journalist in Star Wars. He pays attention. He actually does research, and he's inspired me to do more research myself. The idea of actually becoming an investigative Star Wars journalist, Jeff.
Did you ever think you would grow up and say those words together and it would be your actual job?
Yes. I've dreamed it since I was 4.
Since you had your speeder bike?
Well, I didn't have a speeder bike, but when I saw Star Wars: A New Hope at the age of 4, no, I was 3. I was 3. When I saw it at the age of 3, something inside of my heart, my toddler heart, said, one day, this movie is going to become the most important franchise in fantasy and science fiction history, and there are going to be weirdos who are going to corrupt it, and it's going to be your job, little Ethan. It's going to be your job to grow big and strong and expose them all, and protect Star Wars. Jeff, you have to believe me when I tell you that is something that went through my head at the age of 3.
I believe you, man. Your track record is impeccable. So don't worry. I'm with you in the fight. Believe me. World Class Bullshitters is in the fight. I just never knew. See, you got picked at an early age. I had to fall into this role, but I'm glad we're both here together fighting the culture war.
Yeah, it's an honor to be fighting next to you. By the way, I'll get back to that in a minute. I want to talk about something that you turned me on to today, and this is something that I guess everybody wants to hear about. Everybody is talking about the Captain Marvel trailer. Now, I risk demonetization when I do this, and of course, you're not going to be able to hear this. And part of the joy of looking at a Brie Larson piece of work, Brie Larson, is to be able to hear her flattened Midwestern intonations as she excretes her lines.
I'm sorry, I've never heard him described that way. Excrete the lines. Ugh.
Yeah, it's like you know what I mean? Like she has a line of dialogue that's meant to sound powerful, and it's just like it's like your mom saying it. It's like your big sister saying that she's leading a fight against the Skrulls. And how would your big sister have phrased that? I'm leading a fight against. I'm here to protect the Earth from the Skrulls. It's like that's seriously. This is why couldn't they? Okay, in the movie Showboat in the 1950s, Ava Gardner, beautiful woman, thought she could sing, but she really couldn't sing very well. So they actually were so concerned in Hollywood. They were so concerned about the fact that Ava Gardner wasn't that great of a singer that you know what they did? They overdubbed her voice. That was the responsible thing to do, frankly. That was the responsible thing to do. It was responsible of them to overdub her voice with a better singer. Now, why can't they do that here with Brie Larson and her?
They did it to Marty McFly.
Exactly. Thank you. Standards are slipping all over the place. All right, so let's watch this. Let's watch, but not listen to this trailer. And maybe my video won't get it will get demonetized, but. That's okay. It's part of the job, you know. It's you know, it's what we do.
Ooh,
Are
going
you
down a
ready?
rabbit hole. I'm ready, sadly.
Okay, let's do this. Now, I might be pausing this. Can you guys see it?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay. By the way, every Iron Man MCU armor ranked from worst to best. Fascinating.
Honestly, that's a video I would watch.
It's got 537,000 views, dude. You better believe it. How do you? Wow, that's amazing. I
you
got.
want tips?
Yeah. What do you got?
We'll talk off air. I don't want to give everybody the same tips.
Oh, all right. Yeah, well, I want to know though. I do want to know. All right, so I got to figure out how to do this. All right, so here we go. Here comes a train. And this, of course, was a big moment in the first trailer. We all like senior abuse. We all think it's funny.
Yep.
And then, boom, yet smacking an old woman. It turns out the old woman is doing kung fu on the subway. She's a Skrull. I guess she's a Skrull. Again, let me tell you something. This is you cannot do a scene with Samuel L. Jackson like that. With her Samuel L. Jackson lights up the screen. He's a fantastic actor. Brie Larson looks like she's auditioning next to him.
Yeah. Even though she won an Oscar, she's still not that great.
What did she win an Oscar for?
I think it was a movie called Room. Not The Room from Tommy Wiseau, but just called Room.
Oh, was that her? That was sad. That movie was sad. You know, I did see that. I'm gonna make this full screen. I did like it. I did. Did you see it?
No, the only two movies I've ever seen her in were 21 Jump Street and Kong Skull Island.
Oh, I see. I didn't notice her in did she play the ape in Kong Skull? What did she?
Equally stinky. No, she was the photojournalist that really had no purpose in the film.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't notice her. I didn't notice her in The Room either, even though I liked the movie very much. What is it with Brie Larson? Brie Larson needs to play the role perpetually of abused woman. That should be her entire career.
But Ethan, she does play it in the media.
She plays it on Twitter. Yeah. And she's going to play it after this movie comes out when she sees the videos we make. Because I think this is going to be the single worst. Yeah, I know. Full scheme. It's going to get copyright hit. I understand. Yeah, I think this is going to be the worst Marvel movie. And I think it's going to, all right. Is this, because you said this might be the prequel to like The Last Jedi. Do you think this movie is like The Last Jedi, or how would you relate this to Star Wars?
Well, they're taking an established thing that works. So Star Wars had worked for almost 41 years at that point. So 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
Marvel movies have had a formula for the last decade, and they've gotten better. They've evolved the formula. They've tweaked all. They've done the same thing. Then they get a bug up their ass to change stuff. So Captain Marvel will be out there. People will go, but change is good, man. Why don't you want change? Sometimes you even say you're a little tired of these Marvel movies. Yes, I understand that change is good, but I wouldn't initiate change right now. I would wait till after the next Avengers. I think this is a very misplaced movie, but I think it's a good move for Disney because this movie could flop, Ethan. This movie could make $2 at the theater. But Avengers comes out like 60 days later and will make billions of dollars. Now, if this movie's offensively bad, what?
Avengers comes out 2 months after this?
This comes out March. Avengers is late April because it was originally going to be May. And then they move these movies back so they don't come out in different territories days in advance for spoilers. They put them out at the same time, roughly. That's what they did with Infinity War this year. And Infinity War Chapter 2 or whatever it's called, we'll find out tomorrow morning, will be, right after this one. So this movie is inconsequential, much like Black Panther could have been a flop and Infinity War would have come out and saved it.
Interesting. I hope this movie bombs. I really do. I don't like its attitude. Can movies have attitudes?
This one does, and it stinks.
Yeah, I don't like it. All right, let's keep watching. Marvel Studios. We have to. Here's a jet. Oh, look, she's Hal Jordan. She's bleeding green from her nose. Yeah. Oh, it's Annette Bening.
This is Warren Beatty.
I wish Warren Beatty were in it. Yeah.
Yeah, Dick Tracy, he could bring some class to this film.
Absolutely. Oh, you're not shooting her hard enough in the temple. That electricity. Here's a circus tent. Is that Monica? It is. Oh, it's Maria Rambeau. Did you see that?
Yeah, it's so the mother of the decent Captain Marvel.
Okay. All right. Yeah. No. By the way, why wouldn't they just do that? What happened to diversity? Why did they replace the black Captain Marvel with this cracker ass white lady? Will you answer that for me? Why do these white women? Why is all of this white female privilege on my movie screen when I could have had the great Monica Rambeau, who was in Secret Wars in the '80s? I mean, she actually has a pedigree.
Yeah.
Who this bitch? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. It's all. See, this is another reason I, as a fan, fear the next iteration of Marvel, because they've adapted all these great classic stories, and there's tons of great classic stories left, but they've jumped to the new era of what they call SJW Marvel. So we're getting Kelly Sue DeConnick Captain Marvel. They're going to adapt other crap that's really not that good. I mean, you know the numbers, you know how books are down historically, but they choose to adapt that. If I can be serious, all joking aside, it seems like the diversity stuff is great in theory, but it really just comes back to oppressed white ladies like Captain Marvel.
Yeah, I don't think she's oppressed at all. I think she's highly privileged. She
is.
This role. That woman who went into the jet there. Hold on a second. Hi Samuel. You don't belong in this movie. Are we gonna see her again or no? Did I miss it?
Yeah, you passed it. She doesn't come back in the trailer.
Let's go back. All right, there she is, right there. So, look at this movie. Could have been hers. Why is she just? I'll bet is she going to blow up? I'll bet she's going to blow up, and she's got a baby at home. Why do they always kill the black women in movies so that white women can shine? Can I ask that question of you? Are these complicated? Are these painful questions?
It hurts a little bit on the inside. It's a bit of an existential crisis as well, but I don't have the answers, Ethan. I don't make crappy entertainment like this.
No, I don't either. We
make successful books and videos and things that people like and consume and are happy with. We don't make bullshit like this.
We don't. We make good stuff. We make documentaries exposing soy boys that work for Lucasfilm as sexual predators. We don't make movies that actually demonize and what's the word I'm looking for? Subjugate black women to cracker ass white women. We don't do that. That's not what we do. And we never have, and we never will. And that's a promise that I will make to this audience. I will never subjugate black women to cracker ass white women like Brie Larson. All right. And that's the least I can do. I promise. All right. So here she is in a car chase. Very exciting. Baseball cap, annoying. This woman would never wear a baseball cap ever. She just wouldn't. She's not that cool. You know what I mean?
It was the 90s, I guess.
Did women wear baseball caps in the 90s? I don't know.
No, I don't remember. I was a little kid. I mean, women have worn baseball caps through every decade, but I guess it was trendy in 93.
Is this 1993 that this takes place?
The first trailer has her go to a Blockbuster. So
right.
That's about all I can tell. To be fair, I went to a Blockbuster in like 2010.
Yeah. Did you really? Did they have a Blockbuster in 2010?
Yeah, when I was at Michigan State, I lived across the street from a Blockbuster. I used to rent movies and then get Five Guys. So,
okay,
it was fun. It's where I first saw the Maltese Falcon.
Really?
Yeah, excellent movie.
Yeah, it was a good movie. Bogart, right? I mean,
yeah,
good stuff. That was when Hollywood had standards. When they had standards. Here's a Skrull. Now, this is the one thing that I think we can agree on. The Skrull steals the show. And I expect the Skrulls to steal the show from Brie Larson fairly handily throughout the rest of this movie. This trailer, look at that. Oh, yeah. Kirby creation there.
Is stealing the show from Brie Larson really an achievement, though?
No, it's petty larceny. Stealing the show from Brie Larson is not petty. Get it? Larceny?
I got it. I chuckled.
That wasn't even intentional. That's the kind of cylinders that I'm firing on right now. Not all four, all like 7 or 8 cylinders. Is that better than 4 when you're firing on 8?
Yeah, you're a 12-cylinder engine. You're an Aston Martin.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I've always felt that way. Always. The minute that you said that. All right, let's keep going. All right, Jude Law not getting much screen time. Oh, I fell down. That's that meme where a girl falls off the bike and goes, damn, you know.
Oh, the one where they put the stick in their wheel and they just flip.
Yeah.
I love that meme. That's one of my favorite memes on the internet.
and then they blame other people. Yeah, that's what that was. And she just did it again. She keeps falling down. This woman's very clumsy. Let's look at the history of Brie Larson, Captain Marvel, falling down, because apparently it's a big deal. All right, so we fall down. Hold on, we fell down twice in one. Real quick here. I'm learning how to edit, so this is important. These are quick cuts. So 1 fall down, 2 fall downs. That's 2 different times that she fell down. And this one, fortunately, she learned, and she's wearing a helmet. Okay, and girls like Brie Larson should wear helmets. So that's 1, 2 times. Fall down again 4 times. How many more times is this woman going to fall down in this movie?
Not enough.
Not enough. Okay. Is Kevin Feige going to fall down after this movie comes out? I hope.
He's going to fall over himself to build this movie up as the greatest thing we've ever done, the most important Marvel film we've ever made.
I like when movies are important.
Yeah, but this movie's self-important, not actually important.
Oh, when he says that this movie is important, is that a white supremacist kind of attitude? Again, think about everything I've just said about this movie.
I wouldn't go that far, because they did the same bullshit with Black Panther last year. It's all about I hate to use the subvert your expectations. It's about sneaking in at the last minute. It's like, you couldn't put this shit out in the summer. You couldn't put it out at Christmas. But when you got the Avengers coming out, you can kind of sneak it in, and people will forget about it and move on to the next thing. Now, that always doesn't work. Look at Star Wars. They snuck shit in with The Last Jedi. Solo failed. We've had, countless hours of enjoyment at its failure.
Yeah.
But
here's what I'd like to compare it to this. I went to a great steakhouse, and I ordered 2 appetizers for the table, and one of them was like a bacon wrapped shrimp. But I had, I'm going to compare everything to food. So I had that come to the table, but I knew that I had a huge, gigantic steak coming. Okay, a porterhouse, perfectly prepared with crab on the top of it. It was going to be epic. Okay, so guess what? The bacon wrapped shrimp wasn't that good. But it didn't ruin the steak for me. Okay, and it also, I forgot all about it when I left the restaurant. I forgot all about that mediocre bacon wrapped shrimp until just now. So that is, I think, Brie Larson is a bacon wrapped shrimp. The entree is on its way. Never fear. This is gonna be disappointing to people. You're gonna see this and you're gonna go, well, can we just move on to the main course? Yes, we can. So this is just basically, this is bacon wrapped shrimp to tide you over because they are making something epic in the kitchen right now. Okay, let's keep going. See that? He touched 2 fingers to the forehead. Hold on.
Oh, I thought he was poking her in the nose.
I thought he was giving her the Mo Howard thing. He didn't. I was hoping that he was going to go boink, right in the eyes.
That'd make the movie incredible. 10 out of 10. Better than Star Wars.
That'd be so good. Why didn't it? We got. I mean, listen, Disney. We are spewing ideas, great ideas left and right over here, and you're not here to listen. You're missing out.
Oh, they take our ideas, just the shitty ones.
Oh. By the way, I'd like to point out, she's falling again. She's falling. Like, that's the 5th time she's fallen. No, she didn't fall there. She landed on her feet.
Looked awkward as shit, though.
Yeah, it did. Look at her. Look. And she's getting up. See, that's the whole, I get it. So I fall down, but I get up. Yeah, everybody falls down and gets up. All right, hold on. Let me see that scroll again. Oh, I missed it. Does that look cool to you? When you see that, does that look pretty cool?
The part that looked somewhat cool to me was when she was flying around in space.
Oh, we'll get to that.
Okay, this looks fine. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but I've seen shit like this. Dr. Manhattan looked cooler 10 years ago.
Don't tell people this, but I drive around a white van, a windowless van. And this happened, women or some. This happened to me once. This is exactly the view that I had from my rear mirror, my rear view mirror.
Well, I mean, a man of your caliber has to have a windowless fan for your own safety. So before anyone in the comment section judges you, let's just put that out there.
No, I don't. But this is this is the view. Don't judge. This would be terrifying. It looks like she got up out of the duct tape and the ether rag and stood up, and she's about ready. That's what it looks like to me, anyway. That's the rear view, mirror view of a windowless van, and now you're in trouble. So this is the part that you like.
Well, the thing is, though, even though I think it's fine, it looks just like when Iron Man fought off the Chitauri in the Avengers. Like, same camera angle, same motion.
It's just, let me see it. It's just, I look at it and I go, all right, it's too fast. It's fake. It's all fake CGI. Like, look at this. All right, here we go. Boom. Up. Fakey fake. That's your face for 1 second. Captain Marvel. And then now you had spoilers about this cat. Do you want to tell people the spoilers about this cat?
Should I?
Yeah, I think you should. People could know.
All right, folks. Well, you heard it from me first. That cat goes to jail. Now you're thinking to yourself, what the hell, Jeff? That makes no sense. Well, you know me. I'm a toy guy. Ethan's a toy guy. I follow all kinds of Marvel groups, and they solicited the images for the Captain Marvel figures. There's basic Captain Marvel with a face that looks nothing like Brie Larson. Then there's a second Captain Marvel in a leather jacket with the cat, and then there's a Nick Fury action figure with the cat in shackles. So therefore, the cat is a Skrull, or it's just a running gag.
Now I'm intrigued. Okay.
Yeah, that's sold 10 tickets right now. Marvel, yeah. I'm waiting for my cut.
What is that? Wait, what does that say? Hold on, we didn't even get to see. What does the tag say? Because
I can't see because your screen is kind of blurry.
All right, well, let me do you a favor. It doesn't say. It says chicks. What is it? What does his tag say? Did anybody look at that? And
Cook?
Yeah. Is it another language? Maybe.
I don't know. I don't speak Skrull or Kree.
I don't either. Okay, so that is the trailer. What can I say? Am I disappointed? I don't. How do you feel about it?
I think disappointment's too harsh of a word. I wanted to bring this point up to somebody. I brought it up on Good Morning Pop Culture today, and I'm glad you and I have a chance to talk about this just one-on-one. Did you notice that Captain Marvel smiled in this trailer? Because
I didn't notice.
Listen to this. On November the 20th, reshoots for this film began. It's publicly available knowledge. There's on multiple websites, these articles. Captain Marvel's reshooting this, that, and the other. I firmly believe that not this entire film, but they listen. Unlike Lucasfilm with Star Wars, I believe Marvel listens because they do want the longevity of their brand. And I think they went back and inserted some smiling shots because if you pay attention, all the shots of her smiling are Brie Larson alone. There's no other actor, no principal actor. It's like her in the car. Well, you get a stand-in for Nick Fury, and it's Brie Larson turning over and going, hero, with the smile on her face. Or when she's in the Quinjet, and she turns over and goes, I can do that or something. There's no Nick Fury in the frame. Or when she smiles at Maria Rambeau, she looks over and kind of smiles, no other actors. So I firmly stand by and believe that there are reshoots for this trailer to make it more appealing because they were going hardline, unhappy main character, and they stopped. And it's for the first time ever, Marvel's playing catch up to DC, and I don't think they're going to beat Wonder Woman. If you're talking about female-led action films in the comic book genre, Wonder Woman delivered. Wonder Woman's a better character. Wonder Woman has the legacy. Captain Marvel sucks. And people say, you don't know that. You haven't seen the movie, but I read the books. I know the character. A lot of people just get excited for these movies, and they don't know anything about these characters.
Here's what I'd like to say about the information that you've just told me, and I will make a video about this. Hey, ladies of the Mary Sue, we won. We made her smile. The patriarchy said, smile. And she had to smile. What do you think of that, ladies? What do you think about the fact that the patriarchy is able to make women smile? We said, hey, she's not smiling, and you said she doesn't have to smile. Guess what? Yes, she does. She did. The patriarchy wins again. We always win. We we always we always win, don't we, Jeff?
Every time.
You want to do a laugh?
There we go. That's my shitty Green Ranger laugh.
Yes. Good times. Horrible video or horrible trailer. I will go see that movie, and it will be interesting. I think I'll be first in line to see it. Whenever these movies come out that are basically like SJW crap shows, I do want to go see them. I do want to be a part of it. I was there to see Soilo as soon as I possibly could. I had to see it. Jeremy was like, oh, I'm not going to go see it. I'm like, what the you got to go see it. How can you not go see that movie? I'm a boycotting it. Okay. He's like, I'm going to see it next week. All right. I'm going to be the first in line to see Captain Marvel. I really am. I saw Avengers Infinity War. Listen, I just thought it was okay. Yeah, this is the thing. I just thought this is where I'm going to lose the audience. I saw Avengers Infinity War and I called it Joseph Stalin versus the Muppet Show. I was like, why is everybody so funny? This guy, while the Marvel Universe acted like Joss Whedon characters, half of the world was eaten up and destroyed by Thanos, who acted like a man. He acted like a man. He came in and said, oh, you're all cutesy clowns. You're all using your Tumblr jargon. Very interesting. I'm now going to eat up 50% of the world. F you, F all of you. And that's what the movie was for me, a circus act. They thought it was a funny show. The Marvel superheroes, the Marvel Universe thought it was time to be clowns. Well, it wasn't, was it? And all of them are dead. All of them are dead because of that. What do you think of that, Jeff? What's the lesson that you learned from
Infinity War?
Yeah.
Always aim for the head. That's a line from the movie. I loved that movie because, see, you and I are, while we're both fans of comics, we were on different sides of the fence for a while. You produced, I consumed. I think while you were busy working on Green Lantern and Flash and stuff, I had kind of been focused on these movies as the big thing. You're out there doing it. So I, as a fan, had been there since day one with the first Iron Man. And I had been impressed and entertained by each film. Maybe not every film was a 10 out of 10, but I left the theater happy enough to be excited for the next one. And personally, had that been the final Marvel movie ever, I would have said the Marvel run was perfect. I've been happy with everything. I think that's why me and a lot of people out there are so hesitant to blindly accept Captain Marvel, because if you notice, we talk about these SJW shit show films. The seeds were planted with Spider-Man Homecoming. And then they started going a little heavier with Black Panther. And now Captain Marvel is the next evolution. And one thing that Marvel forgets to do, they want to say, like all this SJW media, it's all about the first. We're changing history. We're creating history. We're doing this. All these people out there ain't doing shit. They're not new. They're not creating the next big thing. You want to talk about the first female-led Marvel movie? Let's talk about Elektra. Oh, but Elektra wasn't good. It doesn't matter. It was the first one. Want to talk about the first black superhero movie filmed from a Marvel franchise? Let's talk about Blade. Well, that was 20 years ago. It doesn't matter. It still existed. We talk about old movies all the time. That is why I think a lot of people just get worried about this. People want to say, well, you're attacking a female-led movie. No, it's not about a female-led movie. It's the narrative. It's the way it's marketed and pushed. And then they, when the movie fails, if it fails on its own merit, it becomes an agenda. Oh, it was meant to fail. The toxic fans did it. What if the movie just sucked like The Last Jedi? We're still hearing excuses almost a year. The movie's almost a year old, Ethan. You realize that it's been a year of hell from The Last Jedi?
Yeah.
We're still hearing about this. If Captain Marvel goes down that path, you will hear about that. You will have your angry, riled up writers on these websites, these garbage tier websites, attacking fans. Fans won't pay attention. They'll be focused on Avengers. But if Avengers is full of this shit, well, Marvel's done. No one's going to go back to see Spider-Man. No one's going to go back to see whatever else. Shang-Chi, which is the next one they just announced. Those movies are all going to fail. And people go, oh, they're going for the super diversity. This is so great and empowering. Is it, though?
No, it isn't. It isn't empowering. It isn't great. It is not empowering at all. I totally agree with you, with everything that you said. I agree with everything that you said. As usual, you are right on point. Let me read some of these super chats here, and let's just see what the people are saying. And Dayton Pfeiffer says, "Good evening, Ethan Van Pie." That's not I'm not Ethan. Jeremy Cart and Darth Muff. That's not their names. Hail to the High Council. Thank you, Dayton Pfeiffer. Great Loner says, "Hey Jeff, did you get that email I sent you? You paid me $2 to bother you about an email. Did you get Great Loner's email?"
Great Loner and everyone out there listening, because of the workload with stealing Solo and all this stuff, I have tasked Kendo to read the emails. I will ask him if he read it, and if he's not, then I will go look into it. But I'm just letting you guys know, if you need to contact me, the best place is on our Facebook page or through Patreon. If you're not a patron, that's fine. But just Facebook and tag me in a post in our group, because I see those notifications go directly to my phone. Our email server is not linked to my phone at all. So I'm sorry, Great Loner, that I have not had a chance. But if you remind me in the morning, I will read it on air, or I can check it out.
Thinking about what you said, just now, it is true that to SJWs, like, the future or the past began yesterday. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They all think that, like, they've started the civil rights movement. They all think that, hey, this is the very first empowered female character ever in Star Wars or ever in Marvel Comics. You go, girl. Listen, there have been years before, 2018. If you look at a calendar, I know that a calendar ends at January right now, January of 2018. That's where it actually begins. So but there was history before that. Like, stuff happened before your calendar that's on your wall. No, it did. It did. And there were movies that came out in the 2010 or the 2000s, and in the 1990s and the 1980s. It is true that, Black Panther was not the first black superhero. In my opinion, he's the best. Even Blade was okay, but also, there have been other female heroes or heroines,
better ones,
much better. There was even a better Wonder Woman than Gal Gadot. Her name was Linda Carter, and yeah, she was untouchable. I'm sorry.
I like them both, but I prefer Linda Carter. Honestly, Linda Carter, lady from the Justice League cartoon, I think her name's like Susan Eckbert, and then Gal Gadot. But I really don't dislike Gal Gadot. She's kind of a shining moment of the Justice League movie.
Yeah, no, I like Gal Gadot a lot, but still, Linda Carter was she was like all that a woman should be. She was, you know what I mean? She had the kind of naivete about her. She was soft. She was curvy. What a beautiful... They don't make women like that anymore.
They do. They're just not on TV or the movies. It's not what's popular. My friend Dustin, he would have a phrase called 80s tits. And I don't mean to bring that to the show, but he made a point. And I thought to myself, yeah, that's true. Each decade or each, time frame, they cast a certain type of woman. Certain types of bodies are in, certain types of things and traits are in. Now it's a much more aggressive decision. Certain things felt organic. We evolve, we accept things as time goes on. But like we keep saying, culture war. Culture war is not just the title of a video series I'm working on. It's actually a thing that's been going on. It's this clash. It's this concerted effort to change shit that kind of had reached a good happy medium that no one was complaining about except a very irate few that have very little power in the real world.
Yeah. Culture. I can't wait to watch your video series about culture war. Did it start already? Have I not?
No, it comes out next year. It's I'm asking my buddy Nick, because he's made a couple movies. He's going to help me with some editing stuff, but I want to make sure that each video is about 15 minutes or so, but is just heavy hitting points. And it's not all about SJW, Star Wars or Marvel or stuff. It goes back, it goes forward. It talks about bastardizing the past. There's a lot of good stuff coming with that one. That'll be my big series for next year that we'll be talking about up through the Captain Marvel release into our appearance at Star Wars Celebration.
I can't wait till our appearance at Star. Hey, do you think, all right, Star Wars Celebration, do you think we can get a panel? I would like to get a panel discussion for the High Council.
If I'm going to be completely honest, I think with the clout you have, if you really made a couple phone calls, you could make it happen. Because And if we had enough, here's the thing: we have a ton of subscribers between all of us. If
Yeah.
everyone contacted them, I mean everybody, not just like, I'll let somebody else do it. Like honestly, if all what do we have combined? Like 300,000 people almost.
Yeah.
If 300,000 people contacted an email or a Twitter or something, it would get attention. Hell, even if they themselves ignored us, websites would pick it up. So either you or the people would definitely have the power to make it happen. And I'm there. Whatever you want to set up for us in Chicago, count me in. I'm part of the High Council since day one.
Excellent. Yes, yes. I think that's a good idea. Maybe I will contact. I will see if I can get this done. All right. Let's see here. Regular Jeremy has been destroyed. Hooray, says proper Jeremy. So there's a whole thing that's going on right now, and I don't know why you guys are doing it. But you guys are cloning Jeremy. We barely want the Jeremy we have. Why are you guys cloning Jeremys? There are 100,000 Jeremys online right now. They're all different adjectives. Proper Jeremy is one of them, and I'm sure in the chat right now. I mean, if you guys are Jeremys, shout out. They're on, like, they come on my channel when I'm live streaming. They'll be
Mine
like,
too.
Do they really?
Clone Commander Jeremy is the first one I notice. Proper Jeremy will pop in and send in a super chat here and there. But we have been infected. They are the Fandom Menace Scrolls, but unlike the Scrolls, I kind of like the Jer Army. They're fun.
The Jer Army, is that what they're called?
That's what they're called officially, the Jer Army.
Does Jeremy control the Jer Army?
He has no power.
Oh, really?
They control him.
Oh, good. All right, that's safer for everyone. I do not want Jeremy of Geeks and Gamers to militarize. I don't want that. I think that would be a bad idea. I don't trust him for what he would do. If Jeremy had the power of an army, the things that he might implement are frightening. So Jer Army, your job is to keep Jeremy in check. I think that's important. Okay, let's see. So Obi-Wan says, do they serve pie at the pearly gates? And if so, which one would be waiting for you, Uncle EVS? And then he says, Mr. Shitter.
That's a name I've accepted. I've been called Lord Muff, Lord Shitter, Darth Muff, Darth Shitter. It's fine. People are talking about me. That's all I care.
Yeah, that's, all right, just spell it right. Please invite Harrison Ford to council. All right, so that's on you. I need you to invite Harrison Ford to be a guest on this show. Can you get that done? I mean,
hey Harrison, are you busy?
What's he doing?
No answer. He's down there still. I didn't let him go.
Okay. Now the question of pie at the pearly gates, Jeff. Then,
I don't like to think about Ethan being dead. The world would be a sadder place.
It would be. But at the same time, if we're thinking about the afterlife and what kind of pie would be waiting for you in heaven, I guess a nice chocolate silk, a nice coconut custard.
Do you like coconut cream pie?
I do. Yeah, I do.
I do too. I think it's one of the best pies out there.
I ate one like 2 weeks ago. I haven't had a pie in Thanksgiving. I mean, Thanksgiving was it. We had 4 pies in the house. I made a documentary about me getting the pies. It was a well-received documentary. I think I'm gonna have to go to Utah. What's the award, the film showing thing that they do in Utah? What is that?
Oh, Sundance.
Sundance. Yeah.
I would say you're like the next Ken Burns. I gotta catch up.
Yeah, my documentary about going to get pie is going to premiere at Sundance. So yeah, but I ate all 4 of those pies, and that was it. I mean, that was, how long ago was Thanksgiving? That was a long time ago, right? I haven't had a pie since Thanksgiving, so
that's like a new record.
Yeah,
I'm proud of you, man. Changing ourselves through food.
It's taken a lot of work, it's taken a lot of discipline. I went to the supermarket. I bypassed the pie, went straight to the liquor.
That makes me happy. What do you like to drink?
Let's see. Well, what do I like to drink? I love beer. I really do. But let's see. If I'm going to drink, I'll drink a 7 and 7, probably, or I'll drink a vodka and Red Bull, or I'll drink a Jack and Coke, or if I'm just in a mellow mood, I want to have a nice evening, I will drink a nice glass of Cabernet, and that is the best kind of mellow out. Like if you talk to me when I've had a few glasses of wine, I am not a gibbering idiot. I am a cultured and sophisticated man of the world. So that's probably not maybe a little bit of a gibbering idiot. I don't know.
I've been with you when you were indulging in the wine here on the High Council.
Yeah, well, and I was cultured. I didn't slur. I was witty. I was clever. Right.
You were fun.
Fun. Okay, fun. I don't process that. Rookie Critic says, need a third spot filled, taking random picks. LOL. You know what? At the end of this show, when we get to the end of this show, I am going to do something I've never done before.
Uh-oh.
Are you ready? You want to know what it is?
Of course I want to know. Okay.
I'm going to put the key to the chat, into the chat.
Oh my God.
Okay. I'm going to put the link to the chat, the key to the chat, into the chat. And that is going to allow all of you maniacs, 8 of you anyway at a time.
So the first 8?
Yeah, to come in here and to come in here and say whatever you want to say. Now, I'll boot you really quickly, because I want more people to come in. But we'll do this for about 10 minutes. We'll do it for about 10 minutes, and we'll let it be a free for all. This is the High Council. We are people of the people. We are men of the people. Yes. So whatever you want. We'll make that happen. All right, let me read some super chats, you guys, and thank you for super chats. I appreciate you guys. Alec Munoz says, "Hey guys, just woke up from my boredom-induced coma that came about after watching the Captain Marvel trailer." Well, good morning. Good morning. I hope we didn't put you back to sleep again, because we just showed the Captain Marvel trailer, but we didn't we didn't use the sound. The trailer is bad enough on its own, but with the soundtrack and her flattened out Midwestern boring ass accent, her voice, I think it was a little bit more tolerable. Harrison Ford shows up and says, "The only time I'll ever be anywhere near that psychopath again is either in court next year or in hell."
See you in hell. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. TLJ Screwjob says, did you ever tell Jeff about that Aunt May story, Trouble by Mark Miller, where May cheats on Ben with Richard, who's cheating on May because she won't put out and gets pregnant with Peter?
I've heard about that.
Like, Jeff, you would have to tell me about that, because I don't think I ever read it. I don't think I ever read that. Honestly, it sounds like fun. It sounds like a good time, but I never read it. I never read it. Sire J Longstroke says, EVS, hey there, fancy pants. Play the songs that make us dance. Play the tunes that make the ladies swoon. A song for all the lonely hearts, shattered dreams and broken parts. Sunny days are coming soon. Wow, you're a good lyricist. I like your lyrics. No singing tonight. No, I don't feel like it. Mild Peril. Isn't that did I just bum everyone out?
Well, I mean, you built them up with the free for all. So I mean, it's either free for all or singing, and you've established that this week is a free for all.
I think free for all is better. I think that's a better gimmick than singing any day of the week. All right, Mild Peril says, any thoughts on Article 13 from the EU? Yeah, I think it sucks. I don't know what's going on over there in Europe, but I'm against speech being policed by the government. I think we should all police our own speech, and try to be good people. But the idea of the government policing speech, policing YouTube, is disgusting. It's revolting, and I don't know much about Article 13, but there are more and more of these encroachments against free speech, and I think it sucks. I think it sucks. What do you think, Jeff?
I watched the film theory video about it, and it definitely, has me concerned for our UK listeners, because we have a lot of people in the UK that enjoy our show that I consider friends that I've made over the last year. I don't like, my friends' liberties being taken away. The ability to meme or to have fun on the internet is an important part of life now in this digital culture that we have. It's like when they try to do data caps and when they try to do internet speed throttles and stuff like that. We live on the internet, and I don't mean just the two of us. I mean, we as a society, people live on the internet through their phones, through their tablets, everything. And the more you take away, the bigger problem becomes. It almost feels like they're just trying to take away your access to information and freedom. So I don't like it either.
Yeah. It sucks. All right. So let's see. Crazy Manor 2003 says, just turn your basement into Jabba's palace, Uncle E. God, that'd be cool. And I would sit there like I would be Jabba the Hutt. I'd be sitting on that perch, you know, with a tank full of frogs drawing. God. And I'd have to get a Bib Fortuna behind me.
I feel like Jeremy would be the perfect Bib Fortuna.
He actually kind of looks like Bib Fortuna a little bit.
Kwanawanga. Kwanawago.
Yeah. All right. Well, Crazy Manor, I'm going to think about that. I think that's not a bad idea. Mort the Alien says, sup, High Council duo. There was a pansy who lived in cartoon, took a lesbian up to his room. They argued all night as to who had the right to do what and wait, so sorry. That's hard to say. They argued all night as to who had the right to do what and with which and to whom. What a brilliant, what is that, limerick?
A limerick, yeah. Mreth the Alien is the madman limerick spiller of the World Class Bullshitters community. He was actually on our Star Wars Return of the Jedi live stream. So that dude's fun. A lot of fun.
I enjoyed that. Thank you so much. Mreth the Alien. Okay. It looks like Alien to me. The Alien. Mreth the Alien. But
that sounds like a rapper name.
It kind of does, yeah. TLJ Screwjob says, Mecha Random 42 just uploaded a video 20 minutes ago about guys videoing women without consent because of #MeToo. Not kidding. Mind looking it up for counsel? It's not really counsel material. Is it about Star Wars? Is it about videoing Star Wars women without consent? But I mean, I'll look at it anyway because I like that stuff. I like to watch crazy political stuff when I draw. I like
her content. I think she's a good YouTuber.
Mecha Random 42. I never heard of Mecha Random 42.
Oh, she streams with Doomcock, and it's not maybe with Doomcock, but she's friends with Doomcock. I subscribe. I recommend her. She's got a good point of view.
#MeToo got Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer kicked. That's what my wife told me today.
What?
Yeah. See, all of these, and I don't know why yet. I have to read an article about it. Maybe I will make a video about it because all of this, you know, these SJWs are ruining everything that's fun, and they're like, I think they're just looking for things. You know, that baby, it's cold outside. These incredibly stupid people. I want to call them the R word. Struggling not to use that word. You know, the
Regressive?
R word. No.
I know what you're going for. Trust me, I'm not going to make. Look, there are lines that we won't cross. I don't want to make you uncomfortable on your own show.
All right, I don't want to use that word, but it applies here. So just imagine I use that word. These and then that word. They think that the song "Baby, It's Cold Outside" is about sexual harassment and sexual assault because a woman goes, "Say, what's in this drink?" But baby, it's cold out there. Okay, listen. This isn't Bill Cosby singing to a woman. You idiots. In the 1950s and 60s, you know, people would say, "Hey, what's in this drink?" Because the alcohol. It was what kind of alcohol? What mixture of alcohol is in this drink? Because it's making me feel funny, and I'm about to do things that I would not normally do. I'm about to make poor decisions, and I want to blame it on the content of alcohol in this drink. That's what people used to say in the 50s and 60s. It wasn't because they put a date rape drug in your drink. That's not what the song is about. The song is not about date rape. It isn't. It's about trying to encourage a young woman to stay, right? To watch a movie.
Well, dude, they even had a song a couple years ago. Jamie Foxx put out a song called "Blame It." It was just about getting drunk and, cheating on your boyfriend and doing all these terrible things. I'm waiting for them to attack that song. No, wait, they won't attack that song.
They won't?
No.
Oh, because he's black.
Yeah, you pick up what I'm putting down.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Well, Baby, It's Cold Outside is a great song. Well, is it great? I don't know if it's great, but it is a song, and it needs to be allowed to be heard around the holiday season. It is.
It's better than that song Last Christmas. Ugh, I hate that fucking song.
You know what's sad about that song? George Michael died on Christmas. So when he's like, last Christmas, I gave you my heart. I mean, I didn't know it was about organ donation. You know what I mean? That's what it means now.
Did he have a heart-related issue too, which was what killed him?
I possibly.
I'm not a George Michael enthusiast, so I don't really. I like 3 of his songs, and I never really followed his career.
It's an okay song. I like that song actually.
It's the version I don't like is the Taylor Swift one.
Oh, I don't want to hear that.
Well, dude, I used to work for a 7-Up pop company, so I'd go to every grocery store in the area, and you had to work a lot around Christmas because I'd come home from Christmas break in college, and I would hear the same songs all the time. And it was the Taylor Swift version, and I had to hear that damn Paul McCartney Having a Wonderful Christmas Time song.
Yeah.
I mean, once or twice is okay, but when you're hearing it 7 or 9 times a day, and you're like, just Jesus, man, can I get something better?
He's simply having a wonderful Christmas time. You know, he is, and he's got a synthesizer. He's got a Moog synthesizer that he's put through an echo effect, so it goes. That's not annoying. That puts
not at all.
No, it puts me in mind of the holidays when I hear that. By the way, I did hear that song today, and I was like, I got to make my keyboard do that. So I can pretty much make my my awesome synthesizer do anything, and I am going to annoy the hell out of Andrea by learning how to make that exact sound and make it echo like that, and then play Simply Having One. Now I can already play Last Christmas on my keyboard, and that bothers Andrea too. I do play that song, and I also play Do They Know It's Christmas, which is the worst song I've ever heard in my life.
I know that song.
That song is horrible. What is wrong with the British? What is going on over there? And sorry, I know we have British people in the chat, but what are you doing? What do you mean there won't be snow in Africa this Christmas time? So what? They don't want snow. They have enough problems. They don't need snow. They're suffering from a famine. They don't have anything. They don't have jackets. They don't have gloves. Why would you
even need them?
No, because there's no snow.
Isn't it sub-Saharan Africa? Isn't it really hot in most, a good chunk of it?
Yeah, they walk around, they're with their they don't wear shirts, they wear cut-off shorts. You know what I mean? There won't be snow in Africa. These are the same people. I'm sorry, I'm not all British people. These are the same people that did a whole big Live Aid concert to give dehydrated food to Ethiopians who were suffering from a drought. They don't have water.
It was the 80s, bro. Remember, We Are the World changed the world.
No, it didn't.
I know.
All of that money went to African warlords who destroyed the people, and we gave them sacks of dehydrated food. We gave it to people who don't have water. God. All right. Calm down. I'm going to calm down.
No, don't calm down. Get triggered.
And then they go on and they say, do they know it's Christmas? They're not Christian. They don't care. Not Christmas. It's not. Guess what? It's not Christmas for everybody.
No.
If
you have to work, it's not Christmas.
And for people who aren't Christian, by the way, in this country, for people who aren't Christian, they know it's Christmas and they don't like it. It's not a good thing. Every Jewish person I know is like, oh my God, not again with the Santa Claus. That's just the way it is. They know it's Christmas. They don't like it. So if you're not Christian, it's Christmas is here and you don't care. And why would you don't want to rub it in. You just kind of go, okay, They don't know it's Christmas, and that's fine. And then you tell them that the greatest gift they'll get this year is life. That's a good thing. Life is fine. You know what? Also in that song, We Are the World by the great lyricist Michael Jackson, he said, life is the greatest gift of all.
Who's your favorite singer on that song?
I guess it's Bruce Springsteen. I don't know why. I like that. Cecil's here. Cecil, welcome. It's good to have you. Cecil,
Wait to hear that clink.
What's he doing? Cecil, you don't just come on my... I swear to God, now is not the time to play this game, Cecil. He's just lurking there.
Did you play the Jeopardy theme while we wait?
He's either too noisy or he's quiet, and I'm sick of it.
I'm scared. I haven't heard from Cecil personally in months.
All right, Cecil, whatever. I'm getting back to the super chats. So what, you know, thanks for quote unquote joining us, Cecil. All right, so fire Jeremy and make Doomcock permanent, says Mark C. Love emoji Jeremy says help support.
Cecil left.
That was like old school high council, by the way, yelling at Cecil. That was old school high council. All right, help support my sex tape on Kickstarter, says love emoji Jeremy. A lot of people using Kickstarter to promote their sex tapes. Is Cecil back? Yeah, he is, but he's not saying anything again. Reed Palancia says for $10. So you're letting your Italian Mafia fashion and badass ensemble collection finally come out? Would this be coming out of the closet or the jail pen? I don't know. Listen, TLJ Screwjob says, I said this on World Class Bullshitters, but I can't watch OT or PT anymore. Also, I realized that Ray is...
Hi, Cecil.
Okay, I accidentally hit the button on my Blue Yeti, and I didn't realize it was muted.
You're no longer calling in from your phone?
Pretend I'm not here.
You weren't here before, Cecil. And you did, and when you weren't here, you weren't interrupting the show.
It must have been a snooze fest. Glad thing I'm here. It's a good thing I'm here now.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I hope everybody had a book for the hour that I wasn't here.
They're doing just fine, Cecil. I'm entertaining people with Jeff. We are both entertaining people.
Okay.
All right. How's everything going? You having a drink?
I'm having a drink.
What are you having?
Right now, I'm just having a Miller. I finished. I had a bourbon before, but I'm trying to pace it. I'm doing a whiskey show with Malin and Ricada Law on Friday, so I'm trying not to get bombed before then.
All right. All right. Well, welcome. You know what we're... God damn it, Cecil. Cecil, could you put on headphones, please?
Am I echoing? I have everything.
No, I am. I can hear. I can hear myself.
All right, hold on. Let me unplug and plug it. I've got a nice setup here.
Some people aren't like some Jeff. Some people who haven't watched the High Council from the beginning are like, Ethan, why are you treating Cecil that way? Why are you so serious?
We're weeding out the new fans from the old.
Yeah, this is vintage, guys. This is vintage. You don't understand. It's good to have Cecil here. We love Cecil. All right. So yeah. So what was also I realized Rey is a new hope for Return of the Jedi. So what was the point of 4 to 6? I don't understand this. Let me say this again. And Jeff, can you help me understand what he's saying? Said this on World Class Bullshitters, but I can't watch original trilogy or prequel trilogy anymore. Okay. Also, why is Rey? Also realized that Rey is a new hope for Return of the Jedi. So what was the point of 4 through 6?
I think the original message said Rey is Luke or something like that. And therefore, since the stories are essentially remakes, why do you need to watch the original trilogy?
Oh, yeah, I got it now. So Rey is the new hope for Return of the Jedi. So, yeah, I guess. But you know what? I can't help. Here's the thing, TLJ. To me, the new trilogy is fake. It's fake. You know, the original trilogy and then the prequel trilogy are authentic. They're actually telling their own story, and it's goofy in parts, but it's real. The new movies are just fake to me. They're just remakes, and Rey is not a real character. I'm starting to talk to these guys. I'm starting to get to know them a little bit. I'm reading the stuff that like the SJW Star Wars fandom says, and like they all pretend. Like if you look at their Twitter timelines, here's a picture of my daughter, and she's dressed like Rey for Halloween. And oh my, they all love Rey. Are you? But they do not. How do you love Rey? Rey is not a real character. You like Princess Leia. I get it. Princess Leia had a personality. What is Rey's personality? She doesn't even look cool.
I don't know.
And they talk about it. They're like, I mean, in a way, I'm like, I have to say, like, I'm like, all right, well, it would be nice to be able to just sort of turn off my brain and fall into the Disney Star Wars thing and be a fan of it and be like, oh yeah, I like everything that you're doing. But I'd have to castrate myself. I would have to be a eunuch. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. It's so bad. And I want to be I would love to be a Star Wars cheerleader again. I would love to be a big fan of what they're doing and be excited about it. The only stuff that I'm really excited about is seeing the return of characters that I already like, even though I know that they're just going to be shoved right into a log jammer, a wood chipper. I know that Lando Calrissian is going to receive his final disgrace in Star Wars Episode 9. I know it.
Yeah, I'm already shedding a tear for good old Lando.
They already did. It's like, how embarrassing that they ruined him. That weirdo, John Kasdan, ruined Lando Calrissian, and then they have to ask Billy D. Williams back. That is, that is the subversive element of all of this. That is the final disrespect. That is the troll. Is to get a young Lando Calrissian in, establish that he fucks robots, and then say, now that we've ruined your character, Mr. Williams, at age 82, you won't come back in your wheelchair and play this character that we just announced as a sexual deviant. How's that sound to you? And now he's going to come in and do it. It's so... This is Disney. You know what I mean? This is Disney that's doing this to people. So I can't. And I can't look at this stuff. I can't look at Rey and see Rey as anything more than just a fake stand-in character that's just there to I don't know, suggest that the people behind Star Wars care more about the fact that they have a female character than they have a female with character in Star Wars. These people can't create anything. SJW. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, good. Sorry.
No, I was about to go off on another tangent. SJWs ruin everything from like infancy all the way. I'm watching my daughter, my little 2-year-old daughter's watching like cartoons on TV, little like baby cartoons, and they changed Humpty Dumpty, dude.
What?
Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty was afraid he would fall. All the king's horsemen and all the king's men couldn't get Humpty Dumpty down again.
I'm surprised it wasn't horse people or, king's people.
No, he's an egg and he fell off the wall and he broke into a million pieces and died. Okay, that's the story. And they tried to reassemble him, which is morbid, horrible, but they couldn't because he fell off a wall. And the moral of this story is, don't sit on walls because you'll fall and you'll break your head open.
You big dumb. Well, I wanted to bring up a quote because a listener named Derek Bedingfield posted this on our Facebook page, and I thought it was important. I'm going to bring it up later. Why don't SJWs create their own characters instead of tearing down established ones? Simple. Evil cannot create. It can only corrupt because creation is an act of love.
Yeah.
So I think that's our answer right there.
That's too deep for me. How do you think they're going to kill Lando?
I think he's going to. Oh, I don't know. That's a good question. They are going to kill him, aren't they? Or is
a sex bot malfunction is probably how they'll do it. They want to send him off classy.
L337 gets a revenge, and the Falcon crashes.
That is exactly right. That is exactly what's going to happen.
Gets pegged to death by R2D2.
Cecil, you know that's not going to happen. They wouldn't do. Yeah, they might do that. They might do that at Disney now.
They're very creative. It's the House of Mouse. They got the ideas.
Oh my God, what is the world coming to? Cecil, Humpty Dumpty fell off the wall, right? And he broke.
Yeah, he broke, and all the king's horses. And well, why the fuck would you get a horse to put an egg together?
I don't know why.
That story was due for a change up. I'm with them, actually. Think about it. If you dropped an egg, would you be like, get the horses?
I guess you would in medieval times.
Why?
Because they didn't have cars.
By the way, why was Humpty Dumpty an egg? Like, when did that happen? Like, in the poem, it doesn't really suggest that he's an egg. That's just a visual kind of thing that's sort of come about. But
That is true. They never mention that he's an egg.
yeah, sick of it. I saw Humpty Dumpty. Humpty Dumpty was afraid he would fall. That doesn't teach your kids. That doesn't that teaches a cat not to climb a tree because it's afraid you can't get it out of the tree. That doesn't teach kids a lesson. Kids need to know that there are consequences to doing stupid things. That teaches Humpty Dumpty teaches children very little children a very important lesson. Don't climb up on tall things because you're going to fall and break your head. And I mean, as a kid, I remember thinking, I'm going to break my head and fall off of this like Humpty Dumpty. And my head would presumably crack open and then like egg yolk would leak out of my skull. Something like that. But it's a very important lesson for kids. And now like these SJWs are so weird, man. They're changing absolutely everything because it might be too much. It's too much for kids.
What are they worried about the guy breaking into pieces?
Yeah, because it's like he died, It's like, I guess.
No, but I'm with you. You should know, like, you'll break your bones or your skull if you fall.
Yeah. That's exactly right. That's the lesson of Humpty Dumpty. All of these old stories have extremely negative consequences to them, and they're supposed to teach kids a lesson. Like Little Red Riding Hood. Don't talk to male feminists in the woods.
Because that's where they frequent.
Yes, wherever they are. The world is the forest. The world is a scary, dark place.
Stay on the path is the lesson. She went to go flower picking, and that's where she met up with the wolf.
Is that true?
Yeah. She went off the path to pick flowers.
Well, if you stay on the path, all right, the path of righteousness, then you will never encounter, you'll never encounter these weirdos. You won't encounter, Brian Young, if you stay on the path. But if you go this way or that way, and you start fantasizing about shipping Lando Calrissian and Han Solo in group chats with underage girls, which could happen, you will meet a male feminist. And then what? He's gonna fuck your grandma, and you're gonna. Well, that's what happened in the story. And then you come home and he's in your house.
If I may interject, I think he ate the grandmother.
Well, yeah, but it was a metaphor. So he's gonna fuck your grandma and he's gonna go, "Hey, baby, call me grandpa. I'm officially your grandpa now." And then what?
This wolf was a player.
Yeah, does that make sense? Does any of that make sense to you, or am I just no? All right. All right, let me read some more super chats. Thank you, Cecil.
Think if anything, that he'll just murder the two of you.
Oh. Well, I don't want to write.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't want to suggest.
You added a new twist with the wolf having sex with the grandmother. Is a new. That's a Van Sciver twist on an old tale.
A bed was involved.
That's true.
What is happening?
And cross-dressing did occur as well.
Well, see, so I'm basically right. I'm basically correct.
All right, I stand erected. I mean, corrected.
Becky Lynch's boyfriend says, "My girl looks like an angel. Daisy Ridley looks like a descendant of a pufferfish. The High Council has the blessing of the man." Thank you, Becky Lynch's boyfriend. Jedi Rider Gaming says, "The Captain Marvel trailer is terrible." Rookie Critic says, yeah.
Did you notice that she corrects Nick Fury to say a hero?
Yeah, I did notice that. Yeah, she's got.
That was.
You're a warrior. I'm a hero warrior.
No, she said, yeah. No, he said that you come from noble warriors, and she was like, noble warrior heroes. How many descriptives do you need?
That's okay. We win in the end.
She annoys me.
Well,
I'd like to see her and Ray fight in a death match with no winner.
There would be so many winners, Cecil. That's where you're wrong. So many winners in that. Cecil, I can still hear myself.
I'm going to not use my microphone and see if that helps, and just use the laptop.
It's weird because I never have this problem with you anymore. I used to have it all the time.
No, I have all the right equipment now. It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. It really doesn't. All right, it doesn't matter. Steve Renault says, Uncle E, that wasp you drew, sting stabbing that guy in Cyberfrog Blood Honey is really fantastic stuff. Thanks very much. I appreciate that. Jason Culture says, a year on and we've had so many laughs since The Last Jedi. Ghost, that's a good way of looking at it. Ghosty Ghost, thanks for $25. Says, hello there. Thank you. Mr. V says, Brie has the personality of a dead squirrel. Michael Ross says, I would think Jabba eating frogs would be a deal breaker for you. Being in his employ, Uncle E. Yeah, I got to think about that. Honestly, there's a frog hierarchy. This is going to sound racist, but I like little tree frogs. They're cute and they're pets. But big, disgusting, fat bullfrogs, I guess they're for food. Not for me, but for the French and for Jabba the Hutt. You know what I mean? Like they can eat you know what I'm saying, Jeff?
I do. Right. I see the similarities.
Yeah, I mean there are classes in frogs. You know what I mean? There's a
hierarchy.
A hierarchy, right? And I like these tree frogs. They're cute pets. I like the little firebelly toads. But when it comes to those disgusting, I know it's frog racist, but when it comes to those disgusting bullfrogs that hang out in the swamps, you know, and the filth, you know, the French can have those, and so can Jabba the Hutt. That's all I'm saying.
Body shaming more than anything.
Now Cecil's too quiet. Cecil said, "I think you're body shaming more than anything." Well, yeah, I guess so. I hope so. TLJ Screwjob says, "I wonder if Brie will care about 40-year-old white dude's opinions for her movie since she didn't for A Wrinkle in Time." I think she's going to care. I really do. I can't wait. Slayer named Buffy, thanks for $25. No, dubbing the voice isn't enough. CGI replace Brie with a log and a wig, and the movie will be a blockbuster. Plus, woke points for representing trees. And the cat SJ likes and Brie is blandly disdainful can ride in the branches. Good ideas. Good ideas. See, we have so many good creative minds here, Jeff.
We have the best fans in the world.
They have way better ideas for this. Melissa Anderson says, greetings. Due to Bush's funeral, Avengers 4 trailer pushed to Friday, supposedly.
Oh, mother. There was a billboard with that dude out today in my local neighborhood. Oh, my neighborhood. And I was like, what the hell? I mean, I get it. He was the president. But by that same thing, they did have one for Princess Leia, which I thought was really cool. I don't care about George H.W. Bush. Did you?
No, I didn't. And he, well, listen, here's the great thing about George H.W. Bush. He was a Republican. That's great. His election was proof that Ronald Reagan was incredibly popular. That doesn't happen very often, where a president gets 2 terms and then his vice president gets reelected, or gets elected. That's like a 3rd term for Reagan, essentially. So let's think through history. When has that happened? When was the time before that happened? I mean,
Al Gore couldn't do it.
Al Gore couldn't do it. Obviously, George. Who was George Bush's vice president? Dick Cheney obviously didn't do it.
Yeah, his heart would have stopped.
Yeah, that would have been crazy. I mean, you had John F. Kennedy and Lyndon Johnson, but that didn't count. That was, that wasn't an election. That was basically, look, Eisenhower couldn't do it with Nixon. So it's a very rare thing. And the fact that George H.W. Bush became president of the United States after Reagan is a substantial achievement, but he bollocks the presidency up. I mean, he didn't do a great job. And then he lost to Bill Clinton and gave us Hillary Clinton, essentially. Like, Hillary Clinton is his fault. Hillary Clinton should be right there at his funeral, like paying respect.
Oh, I thought you were about to say something else. I was like, damn, man.
I'm not going to go that far, but I mean, no, I wasn't crazy about George Bush Sr., but obviously lots of respect for his passing. And I guess the Avengers trailer should be pushed back. But yeah, I don't think he was that good of a president.
Well, would you like to hear some breaking news about these trailers?
Yes.
So apparently the trailers for Spider-Man Homecoming 2, or Far From Home, Frozen 2, and Star Wars Episode 9 are supposed to come out this month as well.
No way. A trailer for 9?
I'm on ScreenRant.com. I was getting a couple things prepared for tomorrow's Good Morning Pop Culture.
I don't think so. I think it's the Super
much.
Bowl. Yeah. It's a year off. I think what the news was that 2 weeks from now, they're going to begin making the trailer. That was a week ago. I reported on that news on Comic Artist Pro Secrets that 2 weeks from that point, so a week from now, they're going to actually start cutting the trailer together, which suggests that they have enough footage at this point to do so. And then that trailer is going to premiere sometime. Everybody is guessing during the Super Bowl, but we're officially a year away from Star Wars Episode 9. I'd be amazed if they offered anything at this point. I think the one thing that we're going to have is we're going to have a title this month.
Well, this news comes from Collider, and that's where John Campea was. So,
oh Jesus, really?
Yeah, Steve Weintraub says, for those wondering, December is always a huge month for new trailers. If you're a Disney fan, you can look forward to the first footage from Frozen 2 and it's Star Wars Episode 9 this month. We'll be shocked if both aren't revealed by December 25th.
Let's look this up here. That's
I'm gonna send you the link right now.
Yeah,
a tweet involved. I'll put it like this, folks. If the trailer for Star Wars drops Christmas Day and I'm mid-dinner, I'm stopping eating and we're live streaming it. That needs to be discussed. That's all I can say.
Yeah. Okay, so Screen Rant.
All
right, hold on. I'm gonna share this. God damn it, I'm cursing a lot today. A lot.
I actually tone it down for this show. In my real life, it's a lot more harsh.
What do you tone down?
The cursing.
Oh, me too.
Disney rumored to release trailers for Star Wars 9 and Frozen 2. I can't believe they're doing this.
Wait, the snowman is in that in part 9?
Yeah, it's gonna save the film.
Yeah, he's Jar Jar Binks. It couldn't be worse than that. First trailers for Star Wars Episode 9 and Frozen 2 are both rumored to arrive later this month. So it's possible that that's why they're cutting it together. Disney is in the midst of releasing a flurry of trailers for their 2019 slate. Captain Marvel's second trailer just arrived, and now it appeared that the Avengers 4 trailer may arrive before the end of the week. Yeah. Disney is already one of the highest earning studios at the box office, but their 2019 lineup could be a record-setting year. They've got something for everyone at some point next year. Captain Marvel and Avengers 4 fill the MCU slots. I don't know. Okay, has the trailer except for Frozen. That could change soon. Collider's Steve Weintraub revealed on Twitter that the first footage from both Frozen 2 and Star Wars 9 will arrive sometime this month. I mean, they're saying it. They're saying it. The actual dates of the trailer reveals aren't yet known, but Weintraub would be shocked if they hadn't arrived by December 25th. Look at this guy. Star Wars Episode 9 this month. All right, so he's going to be shocked if they don't arrive before Christmas. I would not be shocked, but I'm shocked that they would do it that soon. But then again, I guess why not, right? What do you think?
Well, I think this is like... I think this is the future problem with Disney. They're going to have, excuse me, they're going to own everything. So they're going to have a movie out every week, and it's eventually going to overlap and become too confusing. Because as the talk is all about the Captain Marvel trailer, well, then it'll move to Avengers, then it'll move to Star Wars, then it'll move to this, then it'll move to that. And nothing of theirs, like with the original Star Wars, it came out, it was its own thing. Yes, you had copycats a few years later, but it was its own thing. It had time to breathe. Now with Star Wars, you had a movie come out 6 months after another one, and it didn't work. Disney is going to become too big to succeed. People say, well, they're too big to fail. I disagree. Bigger things have failed in the past. Be prepared to watch brand confusion and brand dilution happen with Disney.
I'm fascinated. I got to make a lot of videos. I've been kind of slacking because I'm working on my documentaries. I gotta make some videos about this stuff.
I do too.
They should just consolidate anymore and bring the Star Wars universe into the Marvel universe. Have Princess Leia and the gang go through a portal and show up in New York and fight Thanos.
Rey will beat Thanos by snapping her fingers.
Yeah,
exactly.
I think the title of the movie of Episode 9 is going to be "Purpose of the Force." That's what I think it's going to be.
I hope not. I hate that.
You don't like that title?
No. I don't mean to. I'm not trying to shit on you. I just don't. I don't know. If you look back historically on the titles, they have some weight to them. You know, The Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, Revenge of the Sith, The Phantom Menace. Even though Red Letter Media wants to shit on the title, The Phantom Menace, I think it's a pretty strong title. And a lot of people are just colored or have colored their opinions based on what Red Letter Media said about watch the Phantom Menace and all this other shit. So I think they had stronger titles in the past.
Well, I mean, I could be wrong. It's just that Mark Hamill's a goofball. Mark Hamill once he said the title of episode 9 is The Purpose, and then he stopped talking. So I don't know if that was a joke. I don't get the joke. You know what I mean? So it could have been that he started to leak the title for fun and then just quit halfway through. But he, like I said, yeah, he is kind of a clown. So who knows? Who knows?
I never liked Mark Hamill. That's why I like Ray better. First of all, you want to watch? What do you want to watch his adventures? He's got to get trained. Who wants to watch somebody go to school? She got it quick, like that. Who wants to go watch her go to school for 5 years? No one cares.
SJWs do this thing with their characters where they think that like you're going to like them if they tell you how cool and amazing they are. And it's really weird. Like Rey is so awesome. She mastered the Force way before Luke did, or way quicker than Luke or any other Jedi.
Yoda Schmoda. That's what she said.
Yeah, it's like that doesn't make me like this character at all. In fact, it makes me hate her and you. You know what I mean? Like I don't know why they're so stupid like that. This character is awesome. This character is so powerful. It can do all this stuff, and it's just great at everything. And blah blah. I don't want to read that. Like F you. And not only do I not want to read that, I also want to say F you.
Because she's a girl, it bothers you. It never bothered you when Clark could throw a boulder to the sun.
Yeah, because he's a man. He represents.
Okay. I knew it.
No, I can't. I honestly, I don't think these people are good at creating characters that have flaws and personalities or any interest at all. Every time they create a character, the character is perfect in every way. And it's almost like they think that appeasing people by saying this character is wonderful and there's nothing bad about them. They have no real struggles, no substantial struggles, no personality flaws, nothing like that. And they're better than the last character. They're better than the last character. That's the selling point. This one can do this. Whereas I would much rather Rey be slower to learn, have more to lose.
Oh, give her like a learning disability or something.
Well, not necessarily, but make it more of a struggle so that it's almost like, look, I've got to do this. I've got to learn how to do this because I'm meant to do this. I need to become a Jedi. I need to become, and I wasn't meant to necessarily be one. I'm not from some divine lineage. It's like I don't know. I would find that more interesting. It could just be me.
The thing is, they dropped the ball by trying to make it represent current politics. If you would have had this great story, no one would have gave a shit that it was a woman. But they went out of their way to make it about that, and then they just didn't create a compelling protagonist. So they're their own worst enemy.
Who is Rey? Who is this person?
Rey is Kathleen Kennedy. Rey is the thing is, all these new modern, we'll just call them SJW characters. They're all the same. They're kind of bland, flat characters. They have no physical traits that make them stand out, no personality traits. They just are like the most, was homogeneous? No, that's not the right phrase to say. They're the most like, what?
What's the difference between, you're exactly right, homogenous. What is the difference physically between Jyn Erso and Rey?
None. I think
Rey has bigger teeth.
That's true.
Rey has bigger chiclet teeth. Yeah.
Those are kind of scary. I mean, they're very white, and that's nice. But there's a couple photos of her, and I'm like, man, she does look like Jim Carrey in The Mask.
She's got a little Nancy Kerrigan thing going on.
Yeah, I'd say Nancy Kerrigan is a good way to look at it. Same thing, but they look exactly the same. All of these female heroines, they go, hey, did you see that movie Juno? We want her. Like that. Like we want her to be every single female hero in all of our movies. And they do. They just recast that type over and over and over again. I think, I don't know why exactly. I'm not sure.
Well, I think I do know why. I have a theory. I think it's not to offend the female audience. Now, hear me out. these people assume, not me, not this channel, not any of these channels, assume that to see a certain type of female body or type represented makes the audience insecure. I don't think that's the case. I think that's why actors and actresses are uglier today, because they think people, the Chinese market has shown they want to look at beautiful people doing these things. The Marvel movies really get it right. I think that's one of the reasons, the unsung reasons why Marvel works the way it does, is because you got men and women who are all great looking, who are all in perfect shape, much like these comic book characters, and they do their superheroing, and everybody finds something they appreciate or like or this or that in these characters. Like you always joke about the nose on the bridge of that starship. The Star Wars characters in The Last Jedi seem to be intentionally ugly. The world is intentionally ugly, but the Marvel world, pretty people. I think that's just an intentional thing of SJW Entertainment.
I think you're right.
They're like, hey, look what we can put on the screen, you a-holes. We can unsettle you. We can make you stop eating your popcorn and gasp at like the horror that the terrible looking people that we put on the screen, because we can. That's why, a-hole, because we can.
You dare us to make a potato in a wig the hero of the movie? Done.
We can do it. Screw you.
They have the technology.
I was thinking about this the other day, because especially with comic books, they seem to be wanting to kill off the older customers and say, you're gone. We're only catering to this phantom new audience. I see that happening with Star Wars totally, where they're not looking at the fact that you have 40-year-olds who will be watching this thing for another 30, 40 years. They're kind of forsaking that group for a new. But then I look at stuff like WWF, and they kind of do it right, because they're like, hey, we're going to keep catering to our 40-year-olds, because guess what? They're bringing their kids, and that's the next generation. And what's happening is you're having older Star Wars fans going, I'm not even bringing my kids to this anymore. It sucks.
Well, look at my buddy Dion. He's on the World Class Bullshitters podcast. He has a kid who's about to be 5. He hates Disney Star Wars. He has not even tried to introduce his kid to Star Wars. He's like, you know what, man? It's just not a good time. So there you go. Somebody that's 29 years old is fed up with this shit, and they've lost his child and so much.
So we were going to have a third person in here tonight. It was going to be a surprise guest, Jason Ward from Making Star Wars.
You mean Star Making Wars? Star
Making Wars, yeah. He just wrote back to me. He just said, I'm at dinner. I just saw the link. If you need me for the next one, let me know, and I'll pop in for sure. And he wants to know about our weekly schedule. And he says, let me know. So we're actually going to get Star Making Wars on the High Council. How do you feel about that?
Magic.
It's going to be magic. It is. Yeah, it is going to be fun. Yeah. Me and Jason Ward are talking now. Listen, we've had conflict. We've had conflict in the past. But I don't know. We're having a chat. Everyone's like, man, okay, no. People want John Malin instead. Okay, all right. So maybe we'll get John Malin next time.
Somebody in the chat said that I'm more feminine than Ray.
No, you're not, dude.
Thank you.
You're more masculine than Poe.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Definitely. All right. Steve Fernald says this movie will be akin to Macron's gas tax in France. TLJ Screwjob says Skrulls, but where's the Fantastic Four? Yes, please. Yes, please. Get the Fantastic Four worked out. I beg of you, Marvel. I beg of you.
Is the Fox deal done? Is that already done, signed?
No, not. It'll be done early 2019. First half of 2019.
I thought January. It was all done. Like everything was finalized by then.
Yeah.
Even talking to you and in the passing of Stan Lee and all this stuff, I've kind of gone back to a lot of the classic Marvel stuff, and I would really embrace Fantastic Four if done right. I mean, I'm not going to become a huge fan like you because you have the years put in, but I kind of get excited by the idea. I think that's the next thing Marvel could do that'll kind of get me pumped to go to these movies. A brand that I like that has hasn't had the best shake.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, again, give the Fantastic Four an accurate representation of the comic book characters that we know. Not that they keep messing up. I mean, they keep making Reed too young. They made Johnny Storm black in the last one. Just stop it with that. Like, just
They,
give us the Fantastic
they
Four.
took away Ben's dong in the last one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You're right about that. Oh. Okay, but let's not talk about penises and everything. We don't have to do gender or ethnic swaps.
Can I make one last comment that would be kind of controversial?
Yes, go ahead.
Someone in the chat said I have better tits than Daisy Ridley.
Yeah, you might.
Take it as a compliment, bro, and run with it.
Yeah, better than well, yeah. I guess you're probably right, Cecil.
Yeah.
But yeah, get the Fantastic Four, because in the Avengers movies, imagine how cool it would be if the Baxter Building were right in, you know what I mean, right in New York City,
awesome.
and then like they
yeah.
could. The best thing about Marvel Comics in the 1980s, 70s, 80s was the kind of interaction that they would have. Like the Avengers would be like, "Hey, oh no, there's a portal that's being opened up into the negative zone. Okay, Cap, get on the phone to Reed Richards. Hey, yeah, we've been watching Annihilus, blah, blah, blah." The whole interaction, all right, we got to team up to fight Annihilus and close the portal to the negative zone. That kind of shit would be so awesome if they could do that, if they could actually make it really feel and tie in the X-Men and all of these.
How about a real Galactus story, like a real good one?
Yeah, with Galactus, and he looks like Galactus. Oh,
That's the only threat they could have that will be bigger than Thanos. Because I know Thanos is the, universal snap and everything disappears. But in the Marvel Universe, there's very few entities that can out-threaten Thanos. I guess Galactus would be it.
Yeah, Galactus.
You could build the Galactus for another 8 years or 10 years. Or, don't build that long. Just get it done soon. Have the Silver Surfer appear in the second one. Don't reference the 2007 one. Have the sky catch fire and all that crap. It could be visually stunning. I think the Fantastic Four, imagine this. They find a way to visually represent the Kirby Crackle in a film. That could be fucking cool.
Oh.
I thought Ragnarok did a lot of Kirby styling the background and the spaceships in that one. They did they took a lot of Kirby's style for that. I liked it.
Yeah, I believe in somebody just said that I sexually harassed another employee of All Caps Comics. That would be you, Cecil. I didn't mean to sexually. Don't tell HR. I didn't mean anything by it. You brought up your breasts, and I have lots of respect for you. I'm sorry if I made you uncomfortable or made the workplace hostile in any way.
Okay, I wasn't going to tell Harold Ramis.
All right, hang on. All right, so Dayton Pfeiffer says, let's make a drinking game for all the times Captain Marvel falls down once the movie comes out. By the way, that whole thing is, it doesn't matter how many times you fall down, it's how many times you get up. How cliche is that shit? That was Batman Begins.
Yeah, Batman with Alfred.
Yeah, seriously, you're going to steal that whole thing? And what does that have to do with enough?
She's better than Batman.
She is.
She won't make that much money at the box office.
How many times did Bruce fall down in that whole movie? Twice? She fell down like 40 times just in the trailer. She's better than Batman.
Somebody just should make an extreme falling down cut of Captain Marvel. Just repeat all the falling down like over and over again.
Dude, what they should do is they should take the trailer or the poster for Falling Down and just put Captain Marvel on it.
Falling down.
But keep Michael Douglas's glasses.
That's awesome. TLJ Screwjob says Marvel better die of cancer. Peephole Circus says Captain Marvel equals because I'm Brie falling. That's pretty funny. Jedi Rider Gaming says PS1 games had better graphics than the CGI in Captain Marvel. Ito Huguma.
Ooh, damn.
Yeah, I mean, Ito Huguma says, I want a movie about the cat. I don't care about Cheese Woman and her tired face. Tired face. That's a good way of putting it. Tired. Her face is tired. God, she looks like worn out by the laundry. You know what I mean? Like, it's too much.
Ain't got no time for your stupidness. That's what her face looks like.
I don't think it's even that. I just think she doesn't have attitude. She's just I don't know. She's just tired. But again, I love the way we forced her to smile. I love that. I think that's great news. Midnight TV, fake Super Saiyan Woku. Alfred Ortiz says, what exactly is the issue with the movie again? The ads for adult didn't seem overly SJW or soy from what I could tell, though I know it's different in the comics. Alfred, the fact that this movie is starring a woman who is, I don't want to say she's unattractive. What am I looking? How do I say this?
Attractive, but she's unappealing.
Yeah,
she's that makes sense.
She's a plain Jane. She has no appeal. She cannot act. She has no presence. She's not a powerful, sexy, super heroic role model for women. She's a role model for dumpy feminists. Like, you could get to this point, feminists, and you could refuse to smile, and you could, I don't know. It's all very, very deliberate. You know, it's meant to kind of, it's meant to subvert the male gaze. It is very SJW.
I like that she took charge while like that stupid Nick Fury was playing with a cat.
Yeah.
Who needs that guy?
Meanwhile,
everybody.
Meanwhile, DC's putting out Aquaman, which is not meant to subvert the female gaze, or just the gaze in general. Gaze.
He's got charisma, that guy. I can tell.
Yeah. The whole idea of super heroics is to have the most beautiful, incredible people. You know, that's the thing about it. I mean, you know, so Captain Marvel, when she first was, you know, in comics, was incredibly sexy and beautiful, and then over time they changed her into Justin Bieber. I'm sorry, you know, she's a very strange, pointedly subversive SJW character, and they have cast this character from the comics. They've put a plain Jane, angry feminist woman who deliberately came out and said, "I don't need white men watching my movies," and stuff like that. So it's not soy. The men who pretend to like the movie are soy. It is an SJW film. All right, so Crazy Maynard 2003 says Kat is the most interesting character in the movie. TLJ Screwjob says, wasn't her wish in the House of M? Magneto got his mutant utopia, etc., to be the most popular superhero. This movie is going to suck. Is that true? Did you read that book, House of M?
Scarlet Witch says no more mutants, and the mutants are wiped out. And there's like alternate reality Spider-Man, where I believe he's on a TV show and Uncle Ben didn't die or something like that. I don't really do a lot of I didn't do a lot of those big events like Onslaught or Heroes Reborn or what was that? Disassembled, all that crap. I do like the big events, but those are ones I haven't read yet.
Well, if you haven't read House of M, go to Ollie's and pick up a copy for 50 cents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They make great stocking stuffers this year, folks.
Yes, go to Ollie's and please buy their comics. Or go to Books A Million and you can buy all of Marvel Comics for $1 a piece. I think they're clearing out, they're liquidating their Marvel Comics as well. So that's a good thing. It's
a smart move, both ethically and financially.
It is. Midnight TV says, "Damn, he's right about Thanos." Yeah, I said that Thanos was a man. He took things seriously and he conquered and won. Astral, well, the goofy SJW heroes, and they are SJW because they're all trying to outclown each other. They're all trying to be funny. Even Doctor Strange. Can I tell you, I hate the MCU Doctor Strange. I just don't see him that way. Why does everybody have to be a character out of Buffy, the Vampire Slayer? Why does everybody have to be funny? Doctor Strange?
There are moments of that movie I like, but overall, I've watched it once, and I said it's weird that you bring that up, because this morning at Good Morning Pop Culture, I said, the movie was okay, but I never need to watch it again.
No, and I really like the actor. I really like Cumberbatch, but like he
gave him Robert Downey Jr.'s personality for Stark.
Yeah, exactly. They just look, it works for Iron Man, and it does work. Robert Downey Jr. can do that, and Iron Man should be kind of an arrogant playboy who's got that attitude. That he should be Jon Stewart from The Daily Show. It's funny when he does it, but Doctor Strange should be a very disciplined man who has seen things that, like, he's seen other dimensions. He doesn't have time.
He started off arrogant, but he ends up wise. He's the wise man of the Marvel universe. He's the wizard.
Yeah.
and he still stays with the wise guy, arrogant personality. But his whole journey was from arrogant and wise ass to wise.
Yeah.
And they don't. Yeah, I agree. He's not acting like the wise man.
It's off-putting. When I saw him when I saw him in Infinity Crisis, it was an Infinity Crisis or Infinity War. What am I saying?
War.
Infinity War.
Infinity Crisis was the book that
DC.
Yeah, it's based off of.
All right. So when I saw him, I was like, he's annoying. Like, he's an a-hole. And they're all like, most of the characters in that movie were a-holes. Were they all except for Iron Man? The Guardians of the Galaxy were total a-holes in that movie.
I thought Spider-Man and Iron Man had a pretty good interaction in this movie. I mean, that was I really was impressed by that. That might be my favorite movie I've seen in theaters this year. I've only seen a handful, but see, I think you and I are opposites. You really liked Halloween. I didn't. I really liked Infinity War. You didn't, and that's cool. I'm glad we can have these conversations. I think a lot of people get hung up on like, oh, you and Ethan are friends. You don't agree on everything. Dion's my best friend in the world. We don't agree on a lot of shit. Your friendship stems from your common interests. I don't know. I put that out there because people get like, oh, there's dissension or this or that. No, not at all. It's just, we have different takes. But I was so impressed by Infinity War. I bought it. I got some of the action figures. I loved it. I'm very happy with what we got. And I hope we get at least 75% of that in the next one. I need it as a fan, if that makes sense.
Oh, we're just waiting for Squirrel Girl to show up.
Well, if the actress from those Verizon commercials play her, I'm there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like her.
Astra Walker says, hey guys, what are your thoughts on the upcoming Hellboy movie, and what do you think of Hellboy comics in general? Looking for a good place to start.
It looks identical to the first two. Everybody saying how great it looks, but it basically looks exactly the same.
I have to say, I don't really have a favorite Hellboy comic. I've read a few, and I think they're good.
Do you know Mike Mignola?
Yes, I do.
He doesn't like you, right?
No. Doesn't.
Why not? I'm just curious. I'm not trying to dredge up a sadness.
All right. Well, here's the thing. We're talking about C2E2 2010, maybe. Yeah. I brought a keyboard with me to play. I brought a keyboard to play Convoy by B.J. McCall. CB McCall? I don't know. On stage.
How many other artists brought their keyboards with them to sing?
Zero.
Okay. And he was seated next to you.
And Mike Mignola was seated next to me. Right next to me was Dave Finch. We were on this kind of pulpit kind of thing. It was weird. They put us up on risers. And then there was Artist Alley below us.
Rightfully so.
Yeah. So I had a long line of fans, and he didn't. And the reason why he did not have a long line of fans was because he refused to sketch for people, which was weird. I said to him, that's weird. And he said, I don't want to sketch for no. I said, you don't want to just do a little quick for your fans? No. And I said, all right, that's pretty fucked up. So we had a little conflict there. Because he wasn't doing that, he didn't really have a long line of people, but we did. Me and Dave Finch were sketching for our fans, and so we had long lines. And all right, so they said, hey, play Convoy. And I said, okay. So I turned on the keyboard, but it was just like a Yamaha kind of thing. And it was too noisy in the whole place, so the keyboard didn't work. Okay. And everybody was disappointed. You couldn't hear the volume turned all the way up. You still couldn't hear it. So it didn't work to play Convoy. Now, I had a friend there, Chris Ward from Wizard Magazine, and he was so moved. He was so moved by the audience wanting to hear music that he went outside and he bought the guitar from a homeless man. And he came back and stood behind me, and Chris Ward started singing like a strangled cat. Are You Strong Enough to Be My Man? By who's that?
Rod Stewart. I think Sheryl Crow did a cover.
Sheryl Crow. Yeah. No. Are you strong enough to be my man? Singing that on his guitar that he purchased from a homeless man. Now, it did sound like hell. It did sound like hell. And Mike turned to me and said, "Is this going to be over soon?" And I said, "Yes, I think so."
5 encores later.
Yeah. So it wasn't. So then he said Ethan was singing. No, I wasn't. I didn't sing. But it did piss Mike Mignola off that Chris Ward did sing. Made him very, very, very angry. And that is why I don't blame him. I don't.
Why would Chris Ward do that and break up your friendship with Mike?
I was never friends with Mike Mignola.
He's not a music fan.
No, he has a little. He had a little. He was older than me, like 15 years older than me, and he had a little golden ball earring in his ear, and I didn't like that. So
Harrison Ford has a gold earring.
I know. I don't like it there either. So yeah. Anyway, I took the blame for that. And maybe it was my fault. I did laugh until I turned purple hearing that guy sing "Are You Strong Enough to Be My Man?" He knew the song. He knew it. But it was inappropriate. It was very inappropriate to have fun and make noise at a comic book convention. Okay, it wasn't the time or place. And so I would like to officially apologize to Mike Mignola for not putting a stop to that when I could have put a stop to it. That's my apology. So that's the Mike Mignola story.
Okay. I hope he's listening.
I do too. I do too.
Okay.
Like all the pain. 8 years later, all of this, all of the agony, all of the uncomfortableness. No. Margaret Merkel says never apologize. No, I'm going to apologize. And Martyr Media says Mignola wasn't strong enough to be Chris Ward's man. Evidently, that's true. So fine. So I don't really have any no Hellboy recommendations. I did see one of the movies and I went, yeah. All right. Yeah. So yeah, I don't care. Do you care?
No, I mean David Harbour's all right. The guy that's playing him, he's on Stranger Things.
Yeah, he's the sheriff on Stranger Things.
I always looked at Hellboy, the film series, I hate to say it for some people, but like a second-rate comic book movie franchise. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't Spider-Man. It wasn't X-Men. It was, I guess, comparable with like Daredevil and shit like that.
Yeah. That's about right. You know what I mean? Like I don't ever want to see it again. It was fine. But yeah, movies like that age, don't they? Like they really do age. Are you gonna go back and watch the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies anytime soon?
I just did the other day, actually.
Oh, really?
I did too.
Yeah. They number 2 holds up. It's the best Spider-Man movie. Like people say, "Oh, Homecoming's great." No, it's not. Yeah. No, it's not.
All right. I liked it. I like Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Agree to disagree. Actually, no. The thing is, I don't dislike the film in general. I have problems with it as a Spider-Man fan.
I only liked it for Michael Keaton, to be honest with you.
It is my least favorite MCU film. Yeah, I guess because of a personal bias, but it is at the bottom of my list, if I'm being honest. And all the guys on my channel feel the same way too. It's just a conversation we've all had before. And it's like, man, nobody really likes that one.
I enjoyed it. I don't know why. I got drunk and watched it. I enjoyed it. Yes, I do have Charlton Heston's autograph. I do. Somebody asked in the chat. All right. P. Byers says, "Hail Ethan Van Cruz nose toe thumb." A lot of people pointing out that my nose is similar to Ted Cruz's nose. Swinging Cod says Linda Carter is better than Gal Gadot. Is like Nicholson is better than Ledger. Both are good, but a matter of preference. Also, Manvers is a shit show. They kept the her BS in this. Yeah, it's the fact that they want to run around and go, it's a woman. She's a woman. Her. That's SJW. That's all SJW.
But it was just done 2 years ago with Wonder Woman. It's not. We're over that. I think everybody.
I know. And by the way, they don't do it for men. I mean, seriously, they should just go men and then put an X in front of it. You know what I mean? Like that's what I want for the next X-Men movie. I want to accentuate the fact that most of them are males. So it's like men.
X. Well, Ethan, here's the thing. X-Men. If the X-Men branding wasn't so strong, they would change it to the X people or X Force or X something to be more inclusive.
Well, I know, but still, I don't know why they don't do it. They should do man and then put the bat in front of it. man, and then the super in front of it. You know what I mean? Like, let's emphasize these incredibly awesome masculine heroes that provide diversity in an otherwise overrun by females fandom.
Do you know who my favorite X-Man is?
Who?
Caitlyn Jenner.
Why did I not see that one coming?
I didn't laugh, and therefore SJW Spider-Man can't clip this out and show it to, yeah, you know. So I didn't laugh. I stifled it, Cecil. I caught my laugh in my hand. Okay, all right. P. Buyer says make a change.org for the High Council. Great Loner says Jeremy the Clone Saga. Chewbacca fan The Virgin says, so this channel popped up in my recommends. What's this High Council all about? Is this the Nazi bigot guy that runs Comicsgate or whatever? Yes.
Yeah, that's right. It's Ethan.
Hey, wait. Jacob Mara says Gadot is also an Israeli vet that does her own stunts. Believable badass. Rather see more actors that can fill the role. Cough Ezra Miller. Yeah, Ezra Miller.
Can I just ask real quick, what was our change.org for?
For the High Council. Make a change.org for the High Council.
Like, what are we changing?
What do you think? What do you got?
I don't know. I think we need a headquarters or a clubhouse or something. Like the Justice League have that thing on the moon. We need that for us because we're that important.
On the moon?
Well, I don't know. What's a good central location?
Between here and the moon?
Yeah. Oh, real quick. That Spider-Man game that's real popular that I bought. You need to own it because they talk about trebuchets.
Really?
I took a screenshot. I'll post it to Twitter tomorrow.
Is there? Can you use a trebuchet?
There's a web trick they call the trebuchet.
Oh my god! All right, yeah. Let me see it as soon as you can. Yeah, Ezra Miller is a piece of garbage as the Flash. Now, not as a human being. I wouldn't go so far as to say that. I don't know him. But he is the worst Flash that I've ever seen, and I can't imagine why anyone cast him as the Flash. I can't imagine why anybody cast Ezra Miller as the Flash. Hashtag me too.
You saw the photo of him dressed as the inflatable raft, right?
Yes, I did.
He kind of reminds me of the whole Captain Marvel thing in a way, because they're celebrating shit like they're breaking ground that's already been broken. They're like, we're having a her hero. And it's like, we just did that and it was a huge success. There's no barrier to it. No one's holding you back from doing it. Like, and the same thing with him with all his like cross dressing. And he's like, I'm turning genders on their ear. And I'm like, I'm a huge Bowie fan. I'm like, yeah, Bowie did that in 1968. You're not breaking new ground here by putting on a dress. And I'm just shut the okay. Never mind.
Shut the front door.
Yeah, I mean, he's like, check me out, 2018. Have you ever seen this before? I'm wearing earrings and lipstick. Yeah, we've seen it. We've seen it 40 years ago.
He's having a good time though, Cecil. It's just we're not having a good
I'm
time.
not.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's like
everybody should be miserable like me.
Okay. Let's see. Adjacent Culture. Oh wait. Yeah. Adjacent Culture says, wonder should we do a High Council panel campaign?
For change.org. Oh, now I get it.
What?
That was what the change.org petition was for, to get us a spot at Star Wars Celebration.
Oh, yeah. Okay. TLJ Screwjob says, Michael B. Jordan Jeremy, it's a world-class bullshitter joke. Krista Joe says, what if Robin Wright had been Captain Marvel? Love her in Wonder Woman. Okay. Yeah, that might have been better. Anything would be better, honestly, Krista. It's just this woman is not appealing. She looks like your substitute teacher in the 3rd grade. She looks like your not babysitter. Babysitters are young. She looks like, I don't know. She looks like your ex-wife. There's something about her that's just awful. It just rubs you the wrong way.
What she looks like. She looks like your sister-in-law that never liked you.
Oh yeah. There you go.
It should have been Idris Elba as Captain Marvel. I mean, that kind of covers all the bases, and no one can bitch about it.
Yeah. Jeremy Osteen says, "Hail High Council, hail War Campaign, hallelujah, whammon." John T. Net says, "Don't do it, Ethan. SJW lurkers will get you banned." Jonathan Hurst says, "Linda Carter ever a Bond girl? If not, damn shame." I don't think she ever was.
Nope.
I think
She was too popular.
Did she? Did Linda Carter ever do Playboy? Because I seem to remember.
Yeah, she's done nude scenes in like some kind of. It was like almost like a. It was one of those road movies where there was like car chases and stuff. I could look it up, but yeah, it's worth checking out.
Definitely is. It's Linda Carter.
Yes, it is. Yes. Puerto Rican Jeremy says, "Uncle E, please say hi to Critias and Elliot. God bless." Hello, Critias. Hello, Elliot. Rhino 4563 says, Uncle Taylor ham or pork roll? It's a great New Jersey debate. Pork roll is the answer. David de Bergerac says, "I work for a business that provides music to other businesses. Today, corporate demanded that we remove 'Baby It's Cold Outside' from all clients."
Oh, God.
I told you. These people, I mean, they just gobble up the culture. They just destroy it and replace it with garbage.
Oh, by the way, the name of the movie is Bobby Joe and the Outlaw.
Okay. And she's naked in there?
Yeah, and it's fantastic. I remember seeing it years ago.
Folks, if you could send me a copy of that to the World Class Bullshitters P.O. Box, WCBS Show, P.O. Box 5069, Cincinnati, Ohio, 45205, that would be much appreciated.
I'm glad she did that. Like, you really think about it and you go, you know what? Like, when you are a spectacular looking woman like that, you should pose nude, just
Correct.
for the record, because it's not going to last forever and you're not going to be here forever. So let's get that on the record. Does that make sense, or is that?
It makes sense to me. You're only young once. You might as well document it.
Yeah.
Your logic is sound.
Yeah. And the Baby It's Cold Outside. Somebody did a good meme today, and it had like a white lady with headphones on. It said, and she's like smiling, and it just says, SJW is listening to gangster rap, which promotes rape and murder. And she's like smiling. And then it has like a woman screaming, listen to headphones. It's like SJW is listening to Baby It's Cold Outside.
I honestly, if they, it's not even that good of a song, but just somebody did an SJW version of it where it was like, I really can't stay. And then some soy boy goes, baby, I'm fine with that. I got to go away.
I wrote that song this week regarding one of our friends.
Yes, you did. Yours was hilarious. I read it to Andrea. She was dying. Yeah. Like, okay, goodbye. Go. Morath de Aline says, there was once a Maine named McBride who fell in an outhouse and died. His unfortunate brother fell into another. Now they're interred side by side. Oh, God. Cotton Candy Hair Jeremy says, I will keep regular Jeremy in check. TLJ Screwjob says that consent SC was supposed to say for consent, not without. So, guys, don't get me too'd. Hashtag me too'd. Huntsman says South Park ruined Baby It's Cold Outside. Bill Cosby doing a duet with Taylor Swift is the greatest thing in the world. I feel bad for her. That is funny. Downshift says, have you watched TIE Fighter, the short film yet? Do it now. It's less than 8 minutes. Do it now.
Is it the animated one? Because I've seen that.
TIE Fighter, the short film.
Yeah, it's animated, I think. Yeah, that's the one I saw.
Jacobite says,
watch. Good.
Is it good? All right, everybody's saying that. They've been saying that for like months. I gotta watch it. Yeah. Jacobite says, watch the Cap trailer. Brie Larson gave me diarrhea. I can see that.
It's 8 minutes long, like my last video. Did you watch that one yet, Ethan?
No, I haven't watched it yet. And everybody's telling me that video is like your masterpiece.
You won't even glance at it. It's one of my shortest videos. Just a passing glance.
Cecil, it's not. Let me tell you something. I'll watch one of your lengthy videos too. I enjoy your work. So 8 minutes is not long enough. I'll watch it. I promise you.
To be fair, a lot of your shit's not popping up in my feed anymore.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of stuff doesn't.
I always felt there were outside forces keeping me from becoming a superstar.
I'm gonna look you up on Social Blade, Cecil. Okay, let's look at what you're doing here.
I should have blown Harvey Weinstein when I had the chance.
All right, so Cecil's. By the way, if you haven't subscribed to Cecil Says, what are you waiting for? I mean, it's huge. All right, let's see here. Let's share. Now, Cecil, this is your Social Blade. This is actually your subscriber count. You're at 5,624 subscribers at this point.
Yes.
If you guys want to subscribe, you can watch it go up right now. Subscribe to Cecil Says. Cecil, that's not too bad. It's not too bad to get 5,624 subscribers at this point for somebody who basically, look, there you go. Basically is a guest on other people's shows. You know what I mean? Like you don't produce a lot of content on your own, do you? I mean,
No, I
not
don't.
really. Why not?
Gadfly.
You're more of a gadfly. Look at, oh, did you see that? Boom. You're flying at this point. You just got 5 more subscribers, I think.
All right, that's enough. I don't want it to go to my head.
We've got another 4. Cecil, this is amazing. Do not unsubscribe. Do not do that. That wouldn't be good. So Cecil, this is this is very good. People are watching you. People are subscribing to you really fast, really quickly, and that's a great thing. We've got 1,584 people here watching you, and we're watching your we're watching your numbers go up, and that is
and check out the video I did where it is the iconic Fantastic Four number 73 in a death match against a Squirrel Girl.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What happens in issue 73?
What
happens in issue 73?
That's the one where it had it had Spider-Man, Thor, and Daredevil versus Thing, Johnny, and Reed on the cover.
Oh, that's the one where they're running at each other?
Yeah.
I love how they had to get John Romita to draw Spider-Man in there, but I think everything else is Jack Kirby.
Yep, that's the cover. And also I did a video yesterday where I went through a box of comics. And
Cecil, you're at 5,666 right now. You're at 666.
All right, stop.
Right there. I'm gonna take a picture if I can. Let me see if it does that. Hold on. Oh no.
Oh damn! It went up.
Yeah, Cecil, you're getting subs like a mofo. All right, I did get a picture of it for you. Don't worry. All right, and I'll send that to you. This is great news, Cecil. They are responding to you. Your fans adore you. They love you, but that doesn't mean you're doing a good job. I'm here to criticize you a little bit. Okay, so this is your social blade.
You know what? If you could just write it in a letter to me, that would be great.
No, I don't mind. I don't mind. You can take a minute. It's total grade C+. Are you happy with the C+? Does that?
You're giving me a C+ on what? Life?
No. This is Social Blade. Do you know what Social Blade is?
No.
Social Blade is it's YouTube essentially, judging your channel based on a bunch of different factors. You are less than, so you're the millionth. I know you're the 985,665th best YouTuber. Okay, and they give you a C+.
So I'm in the top million.
You are definitely in the top million.
Take that, Dad.
No. Just in terms of subscribers, you're in the top million. When it comes to Social Blade, your ranking is 1,661,841st. So there are 1,661,840 YouTubers who are better than you. That's not bad. I mean, considering there are 7 billion people on Earth, you know what I mean? It's not bad.
Where do you think the quartering is at? I mean, that dude has to have an A at this point.
Yeah, I would like to see the quartering, and we'll take a look at him in a second. But Cecil, if you look, your sub count, you're doing pretty good here. You had a really good day on Tuesday, 52 new subscribers. People are estimating that you are earning $857 a year on YouTube.
I don't know why I'm laughing at you. I'm so sorry.
That's just an estimate. But no, that's a top end. It could be $54. It could be $857. It's somewhere between.
It's a solid range.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I mean they're always really wrong about this. Like they're wrong, but it is funny. All right, so let's go back and let's check out your live count and see where you're at and see. Oh, look at this, Cecil. let's
Wait.
watch you jump up. Okay, so you're at 5618. Boom. 680, 5,680 subscribers at this point. So just mentioning this, Cecil, has gotten you about 100 new subs in a few minutes.
Thank you very much. You are truly the Jerry Lewis of the YouTube community with their telethons and membership drives.
Yeah. I am. You're right about that. All right, so let's look at the quartering just for fun, because the quartering obviously has a channel that we kind of envy at this point, don't we?
Yeah, if only I could get the subscribers he has.
He's figured it out. He has figured out the algorithm. No, he's got a B. He's just a B.
Oh shit!
I'm a
Did
B
I ever
minus.
Did I ever tell you the story where he called me in the middle of the night?
No.
He said it was the lowest point of his life because he said he was in a bar and a guy came up to him and said, "Are you Jeremy from the quartering?" And he said, "Yeah." And he said, the next question he said is, "Do you know Cecil?"
Yeah. See, you are a bigger star.
And he said, "Yeah, I do." And he's like, he DM'd me, and then we called, and the guy, he put me on the phone with the guy, and he told me the next day, he's like, "I have hundreds of thousands of subscribers." And the first thing this guy asked me is, "Do you know Cecil?"
Cecil, I want you to notice that the quartering's estimated yearly earnings, now yours were $584 a year?
Between 54 and 500.
Somewhere between that. All right, so the quartering is at $500,000. So he's at 590,000. Okay, $500 dollars a year that Jeremy is earning on YouTube.
He's only got a B?
Yeah, he's only got a B. That's the standard. Just so you know, you have a C plus. He's got a B. I believe I have a B minus, and so does World Class. So does Jeff.
I wish I had $590,000 a year. Fuck.
Yeah, this has got to be a new thing for him too. I mean, his channel has. Look at his subscriber count, dude. Look at this. So far, 5,044 new subscribers today.
I gained one.
Look at this. Cecil, basically, yes. he has doubled. Like, if he's doubled your channel subscriber count just today. What do you think of that?
I don't understand. How is this supposed to make me feel better?
It's not.
Oh, well, I feel happy for Jeremy.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, we gotta feel happy for other people.
I do like Jeremy. I'm glad he's having a success.
He is, and it's kind of new. I mean, look, it's basically his success. His channel has blown up just over the past, I don't know, few months, really, I think. But yeah, that is incredible. That is absolutely incredible. So congratulations to Jeremy, and Cecil.
He also does triple uploads.
Triple uploads, yeah.
I don't know how he physically does it.
If you do it, if that's all you do, I mean, I think you can. I could probably do it. I could probably blow up my channel if I wanted to. I don't know if I
want to, but between the people that are dedicated to the morning show and then all that other shit, and especially the comic, like I couldn't right now. I'd love to have, $590,000 this year.
Mm-hmm. Ethan, you can't do that and finish your books at the same time.
No, I can't. I'm drawing most of the time. Like right now, I bang out like one video a day, and that's about all I can do at the moment. When Cyberfrog is done, I'm just gonna roll right into Rainbow Brute. So I don't know. I guess I'll never get there, Cecil. So
No, well, you could take a break. I mean, the guys on the Warp campaign won't be happy, but you could take a little break.
Yeah.
Wait till Star Wars, man. Next year, we'll all have 1 million subscribers.
Jeremy does. You think so? That'd be nice. Jeremy does 4 videos a day. Cecil does 4 a year. Cecil, that is true.
Yeah,
that is true.
It's a numbers game.
Yeah, you are not producing much of anything, really. I mean, if you actually, here's the thing. Here's the difference between Jeremy and you. I mean, to be fair, Jeremy works really hard providing good content on a daily basis, and you don't. So that's like,
that is a major difference. Yes.
Yeah, that's there's a little bit of a contrast, between the two.
I think we all want the JonTron approach, though, where we're so popular, we can put out a video for the first time in like 7 months and get 2.5 million views in 9 hours. That's what he got the other day.
Amazing.
Yeah, now he's got an ad with flex tape.
Yeah.
That dude's my favorite YouTuber, I think.
JonTron is? I've never seen a video by him.
He makes me laugh, and that's what I like. If I can just lose my shit watching a video, I'm happy.
Okay. All right. So let's keep going here. I gotta get through these incredible donations here. Super chats. This is awesome. Thank you. TLJ Screwjob. Oh no. Okay. Moreth Dialine again says, once was a Frenchman named Jacques whose love life kept him up round the clock. All maidens revered him, and some even feared him because he had a 12-inch. You know, John T-Net says there are ski resorts in South Africa that are better than Maribel, and also 400 million Christians in Africa. Oh, I didn't know that. And they don't know it's Christmas. Some Christians. Obi-Wan says, "Can we get a wellness check for Cecil?"
You know why they don't know it's Christmas? Because December is their summer.
Oh,
they're waiting for Santa in like August.
Oh, that's weird, man. I don't like that at all. Santa in summer would suck, you know. James Dean Creative Conflict says SJWs raised money for AIDS and gave it to a warlord. Moritalian says, hello, Cecil. I saw a screenshot of a GoFundMe of Dutch from RDR2 saying, I have a plan. I just need some money. Do you know what they're talking about?
Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh. Okay. I thought that was R2D2 and he spelled it wrong. Brandon Moyes says, throwback High Council. Hi, Cecil. Loki7 says, is that a ray of sunshine? Nope, just Cecil. Rookie Critic says, love you guys. And those in chat, 9 subs from 300. Spider-Man Not Bug Boy says, Cecil needs to sing Baby It's Cold. Fan Advocacy Network says, what if they made Pando Lando Amando? Vince Garrett says, saw latest Cyberfrog pick on Twitter. Disturbing. I love it. Brandon Moist says, SJWs are soy. Non-SJWs are plain old moist. Matt Becker says, CVS, get back to this He-Man cult you proposed. Yeah, He-Man cult. James Dean, creator of Conflict, says, Charles was toppled by Puritan majority parliament. Scipio says, SJW say it's problematic. The prince kissed Sleeping Beauty without permission. They leave her sleeping forever. Super Elite says, Nick Fury with the cat was out of character. He's probably a Skrull in that scene. Interesting. Zaire says, if no Ithorian featured in 9's trailer, I won't care. Dante Reeves says, hey, Cecil, stop cucking. Rebel Scum Radio says, can we raise the $250,000 to get Luke's A New Hope lightsaber at next week's auction?
Is that the real Rebel Scum people?
Yeah.
Cool. I like your website. You have a great picture archive.
It's $250,000.
That's a lot.
Does it work?
Yeah, it'll actually, take down the Empire.
Yeah,
it's worth it then.
If it actually worked, I'd pay it. If it actually worked, I would. I would love to have that, but it doesn't work. It's just that
Elon Musk would buy it if it was real.
Yeah. Becky Lynch's boyfriend says female characters are named after a drug, heroin. Days of Clarity. Will Lena Dunham reprise her role as Jabba?
I think you were right with his.
Yeah, I almost said his.
I hope she does make it into the series. I'd love to see her and Kylo reunite.
It'd be nice.
With her maybe bending over a space couch.
Now, you've seen that. Have you seen that episode of Girls?
Yeah.
It's repugnant.
I looked it up because of you.
Are you sorry that you did?
Yeah, I regretted it. I thought maybe I should cancel and be on the High Council after I saw it for a while.
Oh, man. Do you forgive me yet? I mean,
wholeheartedly. We're over it. We're cool now.
Okay, all right. I know. I'm sorry.
I've seen shittier pictures of Lena Dunham. Trust me. My friend Dion would actually bone her. Oof.
Oh, God.
I know. I have good taste in friends who have bad taste in pound cakes.
Uriah Wright says Bastila from Knights of the Old Republic is a better female Star Wars character.
Oh, Bastila Shaw? Yeah.
Yeah.
They all are better.
Yeah. Then Ray. Ray isn't just a blank. It's just a blank sheet of paper. I don't understand. I want to understand. Dante Reeves says, Dear Jeffrey Hicks, maybe you haven't realized this, but those SJWs are Marxists. They absolutely despise beauty. Darth Bobcat says, do Cecil's moobs have more or less hair than Ray? More?
I hope to God, for her sake, it's more.
More, yeah. Dante Reeves says, all hail the Overlord Cecil.
Bless you.
Buzz CJC says Mark Waid can be cast as himself playing Doctor Doom. Dante Reeves says, thank the Almighty for the greatest of all time, Cecil. Dante Reeves again says, I'm betting that Cecil says have light brown chocolate chip breasts.
What?
That's what it says.
I'll
TL
take that bet.
TLJ Screwjob says Luke giving up on the Jedi is like Jonathan Kent telling Clark to let a bus full of kids die, or like Soup's destroying Metropolis while fighting Zod. God damn it, Zack Snyder. Yeah, it is true. Dante Reeves says, hey, Uncle Ethan, buddy, you can't drink on the job. You could get fired for being so wasted. Yeah, I'm sober. I'm not drinking. You know, listen, I've got to have all of my faculties. You know.
Can I tell you why that Rey is better than Luke Skywalker?
Yes.
Because she's not a Skywalker. Because they're all psychopaths. Every single one of them is a psychopath, starting with Luke, who got over the death of his aunt and uncle in a snap. He barely made a sniffle for them, but he was totally bummed out when his fencing coach got killed. He knew the guy 2 hours.
Yeah.
Then you meet the sister. Her whole planet gets wiped out. Every person she ever met, her pets, every piece of art. 20 minutes later, she's flirting with a space pirate. Their father blows up his daughter's planet. Then the grandson stabs his father to death when he asks for a hug.
These are all true.
They're psycho. The whole Skywalkers are psychotic.
I never realized it, but you're right. That is odd. A lot of people died and nobody cared in Star Wars.
Nobody cared. Oh, look, here comes Harrison Ford. Hold on, let me fix my buns.
You know, 1 billion deaths are a statistic, and a single death is a tragedy, or something like that. Is that what Leia went through? And by the way, I don't think Luke really even cared about his aunt and uncle. They annoyed him.
The only family he ever knew. He was like, and then and here's the nuts. After her planet gets blown up, she goes over to console him over the death of Obi-Wan. He knew the guy a day. He didn't even know who Ben, that old hermit up, and he didn't know him.
He just called him Ben. He's like, Ben?
Yeah, he didn't even know who this guy is. Oh, I'm sorry about Ben.
Yeah. Ian Aldridge says, since the point is to make characters unattractive, does that mean Ethan has a real shot at Hollywood career now?
Dude, embrace it, run with it, and give me a call when you make it.
All around me are familiar faces.
I feel like I could play at this point. I could get a job maybe as a young Vito when in that Sopranos.
Oh my God!
Throwback movie.
Yeah. You would be good at that.
I think so.
Dante Reeves says, "Step aside, Jeremy too. Meet Cecil. Me too. Hashtag Cecil. Me too." David Hervey says, "Why are all the new female characters starting off as powerful or not needing much training compared to their male counterparts?" Because David, SJW. That's what it is. They don't know how to create characters. They don't. They think that everything, and I've said this over and over, they think that a good character is a super powerful, perfect character. That's what people like. They like super powerful and perfect, the ultimate. And it's stupid. Sock Puppet Joe says Disney has Britt Robertson and chooses to use Brie Larson instead. Who's Britt Robertson?
No clue. I guess I'll Google it real quick.
Yeah, I got it. I honestly.
I want to know now.
It's better not be porn.
Okay, Google. Britt Robertson.
Oh, hello.
According to Wikipedia, Brittany Leanna Robertson is an American actress.
Okay.
Well,
let's see. How does she look?
I'll screen share. I'll screen share. So
say she looks happy.
She looks young. And yeah, she looks good. All right, here we go. Well, she looks very young. Is she older than this now? Is she 12? Wait a second. Okay, so this must be fairly new. All right. She looks young though. She looks very.
She looks pretty. She looks like she's 15 years old there.
Let's see more about her. No, she's 28 years old.
Oh, wow. Really?
She's born April 18th, 1990.
Holy smokes!
Yeah, so it's not
Okay, all right.
Looks like that.
You know what? She's a Disney star, so these must have been young pictures of her when she was like a Disney star. So is this what she looks like now? she still looks like a kid. I don't know.
I don't know. Disney Entertainment is not my cup of tea.
I better stop scrolling down. You don't, you never know.
I guess at that point, it's Google's fault.
Yeah, no, she's beautiful. I guess I don't see her as Captain Marvel. I see her. She looks like a prettier version of Brie Larson. Honestly,
who do you see as Captain Marvel?
Get back to me on that. Let me
Monica
run that.
Rambeau.
Yeah, exactly. Monica Rambeau would be better. God damn it. Yeah. Demajanai says LMAO, my face is tired, Captain Marvel just reignited classic Mass Effect Andromeda meme. Jedi Rider Gaming says, did you notice that even Bree's CGI double doesn't smile either? They do now. Rhaegar Targaryen says, never forget they hate Republicans. Bush's funeral will be nothing compared to when Carter goes. He'll be treated as God King. Media will mourn a month. Yeah, that'll be interesting to see because they're both equivalent presidents. Jimmy Carter being, one term, kind of a flop as a president. Definitely a flop as a president. And Bush being kind of like a placeholder president. He didn't really do much. So it'll be interesting to see Bush's funeral as compared to Jimmy Carter's funeral and how he's treated, since they are equivalents.
Also good.
No, except that Bush didn't fail the way Carter did. I mean, Bush really, he just didn't do anything.
Yeah, well, Jimmy Carter was on an episode of King of the Hill, so
really,
that's an achievement. Yeah.
By the way, I would like to see Natalie Dormer as Miss Marvel.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I like her.
She used to sport the mohawk too, and she kind of looked like her.
Mm-hmm. Thunder Robot says, since Iron Man took Uncle Ben's place, something has to happen to him so Spider-Man can learn his greatest lesson. Okay. Dante Reeves says, X people, X women, X genders. Dante Reeves says, X humans, X Mary, Sue's, X them. TLJ Screwjob says, piggybacking off Thunder Robot's SC, that really weakened Spidey Homecoming for me. There was no mention of Uncle Ben. Even a quick shot of a post-it on Pete's mirror would have helped.
Yeah, I didn't like that either. That bothered me.
Dante Reeves.
That movie.
Yeah, but how many more times are we gonna? I don't know. Yeah, I guess
they didn't even mention. They never even said the word Uncle Ben.
It's true. The crux of who he is, though. There's no reason he's Spider-Man without the guilt he feels.
That's why he's fighting crime, is because he let that guy go. And
now he's just some dickhead on YouTube.
Yeah, you're right. Dante Reeves says, triggered raging pressed Cecil is me as F. TLJ Screwjob says, Michael B. Jordan as Captain Marvel.
Yeah,
okay.
Give me 2 tickets. Give me 10. I'll buy out a theater. They cast Michael B. Jordan as Captain Marvel right now.
Yeah. Dante Reeves, Linda Carter isn't a leftist. She's actually married to a Republican official. Rhaegar Targaryen says, New Gods directed by Ava DuVernay will kill the DCEU.
Yeah, that's the girl who destroyed what is Wrinkle in Time.
Yeah.
She did such a great job. They gave her a huge franchise.
The DCEU is trembling on its, it's like if Aquaman is a hit, like people are saying it's going to be, I mean, it'll just be getting healthy. And then, a Flash movie would destroy it. An Ezra Miller Flash movie would destroy it. TLJ Screwjob says,
a Flashpoint where just her and Aquaman are the same, and they're in another universe with all different actors playing every other part.
Yeah,
I'd like it.
All right. TLJ Screwjob says L337 equals elite effing John Kasdan. Dick Weaver says, is Cecil going to get a bloody nose tonight?
No, that's from the video.
Oh.
Dante Reeves, somebody gets Cecil a safe space. He's being oppressed. Buzz CJC says Cecil is being marginalized and disenfranchised by systemic oppression. Narwhal Books says Cecil is 1 in a million. Gregory Smart says Cecil and Ethan going back and forth is the greatest antidepressant. Downshift Bobs or vagina.
What?
Vagina with an A. Bobs or vagina.
Okay. I thought that was someone's name's Downshift Bobs or vagina. I was like, what?
It's probably Bobs or vagina.
Yeah, he's asking, what do you prefer, Bobs or vagine? I guess I think everybody kind of agrees there. JGFJG FIFY says,
Jajigify?
Jajigify, is that what you call him?
Yeah.
Oh, the High Council Voltron needs Jeremy and Doomcock. Bagel Goose says Quarter Pounder is lame trash compared to Cecil. Yeah, they call him Quarter Pounder. When you become popular, they really start to take you apart. And
even when you're not too popular.
that's true too. They utterly kick your ass. Poor Jeremy, the quartering.
Yeah, poor him.
Poor guy. He's only making $500,000 a year on YouTube.
What was me?
TLJ Screwjob says, "What are your emails?"
WorldClassBS@mail.com. Thebestmail.com.
Allcapscomics@gmail.com.
dickandcomics@gmail.
There you go. Demongenai says, "Just wrapped up my Captain Marvel vid. Check it out." Okay. Rhaegar Targaryen says, "That Star Wars girl rant on Captain Marvel equals epic." And I got a donation from MPC 1337 0013. Thank you for $2. Spider-Man Not Bug Boy says, "I hear Star Wars 9 title is going to be Ugly Chicks in Space." That could be Star Wars.
That was
9.
the working title for 8.
Oh, that could be like the Muppets had pigs in space.
Sorry, that was the working title for 8.
Oh, it's funny. Dr. Coffinail says, "Cecil, first you ruined Superman 2, and ET for me, now you ruined Star Wars."
I hope I ruined Indiana Jones for you as well. Check that video out if I haven't already.
Yeah.
I can't do that. I love Indiana Jones. I'll fight you if you ruin it.
He was a psychopath.
Still better than, I don't know. Who was in Romancing the Stone? Michael Douglas?
Yeah, Michael Douglas and what's her name? Catherine Turner. What the hell is her name? Kathleen Turner?
Mm-hmm.
Indiana Jones is better.
Yeah, TLJ Screwjob says, "Just watched your EVS Goes on Unhinged rant about soups while driving from a year ago." It's so true. Yeah, that's right. I remember that. I was driving to go Christmas shopping, and I was very pissed off about Superman. I made a video, and that turned out to be a very popular video for me, which was surprising. Siren Jag says, "Brie Larson on the Captain Marvel trailer looked like she farted and recognized the lasagna she ate two days ago." That is disgusting.
But accurate.
Disgusting. Yeah.
Well, if you fart in that suit, it's got nowhere to go except out the neck. So eventually you're going to get a face full of it.
That's true. All right. So do we dare to put the link to the chat into the chat?
If you do, I got to go. It's almost midnight and I got my morning show in just a few short hours.
Oh, you're absolutely right. It is too late. Is it too late to do that? Can we do it for 10 minutes?
I'll do it for 10 minutes with you.
10 minutes. I'll stick around for 10 more minutes.
All right, 10 minutes. We're going to put the link into the chat. And, you guys, how do I do this?
If your audio is dog shit, you got to kick them.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. All right, hold on a second. We're going to put the link in the chat. If you guys want to come in and say hello to us, you can do that. I don't know why you'd want to, really.
I mean, there's only thousands of people watching.
Yeah. Hold on a second. I might have blown this. I might have screwed up.
You had a boomer moment?
Yeah, I mean, it's possible that I did have a boomer moment. And I screwed up.
Somebody said I had a boomer moment because I couldn't get the audio on my Nintendo stream to work. I was like, okay. I go out of my way to get you people these wonderful new devices to enjoy. I get called a boomer.
Yeah, it's not nice. It doesn't feel good to be called a boomer by these people. It really doesn't.
I'm probably younger than the person that was taught. Well, no, I'm not. I just turned 30. I'm not that old. But hey, I guess I am to them. But thanks for watching.
Yeah, you weren't that old at all.
No, I'm the youngest person on the High Council.
When was your birthday?
October 21st.
Oh, congratulations.
It was nice. It was the end of my Indiegogo campaign, so it all worked out time-wise.
All right.
Is the store open?
No, I'm not offering it after the certain date, so it's closed.
All right, here it goes. For 10 minutes, we're going to let you guys come in, and boom, there's the link. All right, and we'll see what happens here. We'll see who comes in, and I'll be ready to kick people if they get out of line. Behave yourself. Behave yourself, fans. We'll see what happens. Do you think people will come in?
Dude, there'll be somebody here in 14. Yep, somebody's already here.
All right. Hi, Ryan. How you doing?
Doing good. How you guys doing tonight?
Very, very good.
Hello.
Hey, Cecil, what's shaking, man?
How are you?
Doing good. Just finished having some supper, so
And we've got a guy named Andrew Rogers. Mike Angerhauser's here. We know him. James Dean's here. How you doing, James?
Back from the grave?
James Dean, creator of Conflict.
Hey, what's up?
Howdy.
You know me.
Hi, Mike.
We've got a guy. Mike Angerhauser has a drawing of Cecil as a genie.
Yeah,
I like that. James
Hey,
Dean, creator of Conflict, one of the best creative minds in Comicsgate.
Thank you.
I
That's
do have an
very kind.
Indiegogo out there.
This is getting filled up really quick. This is funny. Dr. Fantastic is here. Hello.
Oh my god, I made it.
Wow, that went crazy.
Hello?
Hello.
D. Scott.
Scott's here too. All right, I'm ejecting people. Some people are noisy, so if you get ejected, it's because you were making staticky noise.
Oh, dang.
Okay, this isn't working out that great. Nobody has anything to say. They're just trying to get in.
Yeah. It's like, hi, everybody.
Oh, hit the link. Go. Run. And then you get there and they stare at you.
Hello, hail the High Council.
Thank you. There you go.
Hey, High
Wait,
Council.
he left.
Thank you for being on my stream earlier, Cecil.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Is that Cecil as Majin Buu?
That's Majin. That is Majin Buu Cecil.
Oh my god, there's so much echo.
What are we looking at on that webcam? Is that a drawing table?
I hope it is.
Yes, it is.
Or someone's wall.
I don't know. If you're looking at me, you're just looking at my wall.
As a genie. Yeah. All right.
That is Majin Buu Cecil.
Okay.
One of the best.
Oh my god!
You gotta turn off your original sound off the stream.
I find this stunning that you get on here, but you don't know how to use it.
Yeah, I'm ejecting people real quick.
Not me.
What's up, guys?
Hello.
What's up, dude?
Hey, Dante. What's going on, man?
We had him. Dante, you there?
Oh, where'd he go? That dude's like super into the stuff. I wanted to talk to that guy.
All right, this was fun. It was amusing. But yeah, it's time to go. Thanks everyone. We love you. Hi.
Wait, you gotta at least interview James Dean about it. He's got an ongoing campaign.
This is the closest I've been to Comic Artist Pro Secrets.
Get you on for real.
3 seconds, and he's like, deuces.
We'll get you on for real, my friend. Thanks to everyone for watching. But Jeff's got to go to bed. You guys are the best. The High Council is awesome. The High Council subscribers are awesome. We love you guys. And yeah, this was a failed experiment. Everyone in the chat is saying, end it. All right, guys.
I'll thank everybody too. You guys are awesome. We appreciate having you all the time, and we will make a time where we can all talk again. Hell, come to Chicago, hang out with us in person. Let's get some pizza and beer.
We can't wait to meet you all. All right, guys. Have a great night. Thanks, Cecil, for coming on.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.